Greetings everyone, Persona Mocha here. Hello, hello, hi. I really need like a checklist of everything I need to do before I start streaming. That's why I keep ending up streaming late. But also, hey, look at the top bottom right corner. Look at the little character. Hey, I stayed up late last night, like making this character, and then like trying to set it up, and then like I was like, oh my gosh, it's already 2 in the morning. Oh great! And then I couldn't sleep, and I woke up. I'm like, ah, I'm so excited to set this up. And that's why I'm running on really low sleep right now. Like, there's this, it reminds me of that scene in Sash's Life of Psyche K, where, a character just, like, stayed up, too excited for the next day. And I was like, in my head, I was like, what kind of idiot does that? And, tables turn, I'm the idiot now. So let's get going. So, um, I'm going to try to slowly but surely recollect my thoughts because I'm kind of scattered everywhere. I got too excited about making the little character. Okay, so I need to calm down first of all. Calm down. It only has this one expression right now because it took hours to even make this one character. But hopefully, slowly but surely, baby steps, I'm going to go and make it cool, basically. So later on, I'm not gonna have it like shake like this because I do think the shake is kind of weird, but it's helpful when you're talking. But eventually, I just want just the mask area to move, and that's basically the plan for that. Um. Okay. So I'm going to. I'm just okay. I'm gonna have one day to establish myself back into Stardew because I'm very rusty because my brain is not working properly as usual. Actually, isn't a hot pepper useful later? I'm gonna keep that in box. Okay. So I'm gonna have one run of doing the grinding, and then I'll go to the making up stories portion part of this whole experiment. I really hope everything is running smoothly. I tried checking for the past hour. Like, I was like fiddling with things. I hopefully finally made my alert box work. I got so sad when someone followed me and my alert box wasn't working. I'm like, their name needs to flash in giant letters across my screen. That's the law. But sorry, Linus. Linus just sees this random stranger just keep crashing into that cliff, not knowing what they're doing. And I hope all the settings are good. I did my best. Slimes, right? I can't. For me, I forgot what I'm doing here. What I'm here for. So, oh gosh, I am so rusty. I need a day of just recollecting my thoughts, and then once I go into the tedium, that's when I'll start like actually providing better commentary than what I'm doing right now. Let's go to the next floor. It was not worth it. Okay, great. So yeah, okay. I'm slowly calming down, slowly calming down. We're getting there. Gotta get all those nerves shaken out, like a dog shaking out after a rainy day. That's what they do, right? To get the rain off their fur. I need to get the anxieties off of my skin. It's not the same, but I'm pretty sure spiritually it's the same. No gooey friends here. Hey. Not gooey, slimy. There's a difference, come on. How could I call them gooey? That's offensive. Okay, oop. Buddy! Okay. So the normal tedium is come in, kill whatever slimes you find, go back, drop it off a box, etc, etc. We'll have one full day of this tedium. That's okay. Before doing anything interesting. So I can, yeah, calm the... I'm repeating myself now. It's been 2 seconds of the stream and I'm repeating myself. What am I doing again? My brain is really scattered due to the lack of sleep. But hopefully, maybe, you know, that lack of sleep can help add spice to the story. I don't add spice to my stories. I honestly have no idea how this is gonna go. This whole stream, like, both the concept and like what I'm doing right now, it's very highly experimental. Since I don't know how long I can make up stories for, so this will be improving my improvisational skills. I guess like while I'm trying to get used to the whole format, I can explain a few things to anybody who's confused. Um, so this is the third stream in my series of trying to get a slime army. What that entails is getting a slime hutch and then just basically getting all sorts of different colors of slime on my farm, and basically my entire farm is just a slime farm. I don't know why I'm calling it an army when it's really just a slime farm. Anyway, with that being said, okay, that's annoying. So to do that, I require a slime charmer ring. However, you can only have a slime charmer ring after killing 1,000 slimes, which is really unnecessarily cruel. I mean, I want these guys to live on to like not attack me anymore, so I just had to be a complete overruler of them, which I guess makes sense in animal terms, but still kind of rude. Hold on, sorry slime, I'll get to you. Okay, here we go. And boom. Okay. Yeah, so in order to do that, I have to get slime charmer ring, and I'm not really actually sure what the best way to grind for slimes are. So I just made up, well, I mean, level 40 has pretty decent access to slimes. Not too low leveled, not too high leveled, not that low level, high level matters. I actually probably should just find a better floor, huh? You know, okay, let's actually try to find a better floor. The problem is... Yeah, I think all the other floors are kind of pretty lame. Like, that's floor 10, and then floor 20 doesn't... Yeah, it's like, I feel like it's not as big access as floor 40. I feel like there's just generally more slimes in floor 40. At least an easier access. And as I say that, there's no slimes, thanks. But at least, it's almost like star drop shape, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, my friend messaged me. It's fine. So, yeah. Put that in here. Floor 40. Okay. So this is gonna be... Ah, why am I doing that? Okay, it would be a chill stream, but like even with no content going, apparently I am yelling. Well, not yelling. Oh, monster! Oh no, that just it doesn't mean more slime. It just means more bats, and I'm not trying to make a bat army. Not that that's possible. So let's go get out dodge. I see you, bat. Okay. And then at 2 p.m., I go to the Traveler's Guild to see how many slimes have I procured for that day. Not for that day, but just in general. Until we hit the goal of 1,000 slimes. Okay, where am I going? And that is basically the gist of this stream. So, a day lasts 14 minutes in Stardew. Therefore, I'm gonna be doing this for, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. Which is fine. I actually do not mind grinding. Well, okay, that's a lie. I do mind grinding. It's complicated. If I can psych myself or zone myself or distract myself enough from grinding, I really don't mind doing tedious actions. I mean, my entire job is tedious action. Most jobs are just tedium after tedium. If someone's actual job is streaming though, that's a little bit more fun, but there's still that grind of like, social media and other stuff. I'm still a newbie, so I don't actually know what the huge grind is, but I know there's a grind there. They're playing it smart, which I don't have, but I'm trying my best. Making deals, shady black market stuff. I'm pretty sure we booted. It's slime. It's so cute. I want you on my farm. I wish I could have you. You're cute. You have like a little star on you. That means something. I don't actually remember what it means. Oh, they dropped the thermal boots. Are they any good? I would wear slime boots. +1, +2. No, they are not that good, but I'll keep it for good luck, you know? I appreciate your thermal boots. And I'm wondering if, like, this is a good size. I'm, like, always, like, really worried that, like... Okay, I should talk about my VTubing. Okay, hold on. Let me put everything in the box first. Let me talk about, like, VTubing a bit. Like, I think VTubers are really cool. They're just as cool as people who show their face. However, my main thing is like I don't like obscuring game info. And it bothers me. And even right now, it like minimizing the screen a bit does kind of bother me a bit. But like everyone's seen Stardew Valley, right? If you're clicking on this, I feel like you have a decent gist of what Stardew Valley is about. Okay, after this I need to check out slime counter. So like it shouldn't theoretically be a big deal for my avatar to block out some details, and even then, it's like barest wisps of details that I'm blocking out here. I'm just really overzealous. Overzealous? Zealous? So yeah. Okay, how many slimes have I taken down? Let me know, let me know. 319! So I have a little less than 700 to go. In fact, I have 681 to go. I can do this though. See, I am like a third of the way there. Like, almost a third of the way there. I just need to keep going. So yeah, the prediction is like maybe by the end of summer. I got this. Like before, at least before winter, I'll have slain 1,000 slime. Which, if that happens, that'd be so cool. The main problem is the iridium ore, but we'll get there. Okay. Ooh, nope, not you. I want the aquamarine. Thank you. Okay. Just dust sprites. You can hear them. They make a little like. It's not really a squeaky noise, huh? It's like a whimpering. Which is kind of sad when you kill them, but you know. Okay. I have no quarrel with you, dust sprites, but if you get in my way, I will eliminate you. I have no quarrel with the slimes either. I just need the slime karma ring. Oh. Man, no slimes for a while. Okay. There's a slime here. I didn't even see him. Hello, buddy. Actually, it's female. Sorry. Hello, girl. Female. I don't know. This is male. You can tell by the antenna, which I think is really cool. I don't know why I tend to slur my T's. I didn't realize I slurred my T's until recording. Like, I knew I slurred my words in generals, but only after recording I realized it's mostly my T's that I slur. So I need to practice some T's. Ooh, I see a slime over there. What's a T word? Tempo. Temperature. Table. Taskman. This is my improv skills right here. I hope you guys are impressed. Taylor. Tennessee. 10 cents. Are my T's pronounced enough now? I make myself laugh. I don't know why. I have like the lowest sense of humor, but I think it's great. Slimy! Okay. So I think this will be my 7th or 8th stream in general, which I think is really cool. I'm still like have jitters about streaming. Like doing things on a schedule, that's crazy, guys. But it's also good if I do things on a schedule, even if I tend to be 10 minutes late. It's an hour late on my last stream because of technical difficulties. Ah, I see you, bat. Haha. Okay. Oh, there's slimes on this level. I should be doing this level more often. 43. Okay. Excuse me. See, the dust sprite ran away. The slimes know what's up. They know what I'm here for. And they valiantly sacrifice themselves. Is that the start of a cult? You just have to sacrifice yourself. Don't worry. This is the start of a cult, huh? Should I call it the slime cult instead? It's fine. It's fine. My voice might sound a little croaky because I did just wake up and have lack of sleep. Okay, it's soon the end of the day, and then once it is the end of the day, I'll show you guys what I mean by making up stories. Because I did make something to make it a little more exciting. Not that improv is all that exciting. Is improv exciting? There's this scene in a TV show called Mighty Men, which is a children's TV show, yeah. Where they're like, what should I do now? And then it's like, just go in improv. And it's like, what? Do people like improv? Like, no, improv is the worst. Or something like that. I butchered that, but it was something like that. It was hilarious. So, but that scene made me think, wait, do people actually not like improv? I thought improv was okay depending on who you are. So I guess maybe improv will suck coming from me. Oh, that was like a bear's littlest of hobbies. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, got it all down. So, but yeah. My throat. See, I told you I cannot pronounce my T's. My throat is already kind of dry. And I only been talking for like 10 minutes. Up. Oh, okay. I guess I'm going here now. But that's why, like, that's part of the reason why I'm doing this, right? So I can get used to talking more often. I thought that was a slime. Rip. There were usually slimes here, but I don't... Oh, nope, those are done. Oh, no, there's a slime here, actually, yeah. And there's a ruby there, too. I can grab them. Okay. Alright, let's dip. Okay. And we are out of here. Gosh, this box is already, like, pretty much full. It's fine, guys. Like, let's keep all the slimes on me, too. And then we can see how many slimes is killing 1,000 slimes. That'd be fun, right? I have a very twisted definition of fun, huh? Oh, it's 10 p.m. I think I can do one more round, and then, I'll go home. And then I'll tell you guys what I mean by making up stories, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm making up stories. Aw, no slimes? Okay, wait, one more. Still no slimes. Okay, I'm gonna leave once I kill at least one more slime. Okay, those are dust sprites. That's not who I was asking for. Come on, let's end this on a slime day. Okay, there, one slime. Perfect. There we go. Okay, now I'll go home after this. Jade. Oh, there's another slime over here. I didn't see you. I was gonna leave without you, buddy. And we're there. I just wanted to smash these crates. Alright. There's slime over here. Okay, perfect. Okay, leave the mine. Drop and roll. Tuck and roll. I don't know what the saying. Let's grab everything I want to sell. Sell all of you guys. You guys could stay in the box. Let's sell you and this and sap. Sure, why not? I don't need this sap. I maybe I should have kept it. Like slimes tend to drop sap anyway, so it's kind of useless to just always be selling it. I might as well just keep 999 sap. But it's fine. Yeah, I know it's getting late, but I got a bunch of goodies to sell. That'll make up for the fly. I love the aesthetic of the little fireflies fluttering about, just like one pixel dot, but it lights up a whole thing. I don't know why I'm so easily impressed. Okay, let's drop it in. Perfect. And then let's go sleep. Blob. Okay, with that, I'm gonna drink some water. Whoa, see, look, guys, I can make a slime press now. I did not even know it was locked behind level 6 combat. I should check, whatchamacalls this. I'll check, what it takes to craft it tomorrow. Okay. I drank water. My throat feels a little bit better. Anyway, that's not what's important right now. What's important right now is what I mean by making up stories. So, okay, I'm a little nervous. Because I never did this before. But if I open up here, and then if I press this button, whoa! I think I did it. I did it, guys. So here, I made a bunch of random wheels. So here, this is the wheels for the bachelors, and then here is the wheel for the bachelorettes, and then here is both of them combined, and then here is everybody except for the non-giftable NPCs and Leo and Dwarf, since I don't know anything about Leo and Dwarf because I've never actually reached that point in my games to actually know what they're about. So yeah, so basically I'm going to be like spinning this wheel. So this is just an example spin. I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to be spinning the wheel, and then whoever character it lands on, so Abigail in this instance, um, I would be making up a story about Abigail, and then I would spin the wheel again, and then I would be making up a random story about Abigail, and so usually two characters. Vincent. So then I can make up a quick story of like, oh, um, um, imagine that Vincent thinks that Abigail is super cool because she's like has a sword and stuff, and then he saw her around when she came over for band practice, and then wants to learn how to fight like she can, etc., etc. Making up little tiny stories like that, and I'll be more descriptive and whatnot. So that was a test. That was an example spin. So I'll make up an entire story on the entire day that I am doing the slime grinding. So we're gonna start off with just the bachelors right now, and then we'll go bachelorettes, and then we'll go next day. We'll do both, and then I'll see how I feel from then. So let's spin the wheel. Let's get my mouse out there. And oh no, Alex off the bat. Alex is my favorite bachelor. That's why I always marry. So now I'm nervous because I don't think I can do him justice. Okay, Alex and who? Who is are they gonna be talking to? Oh no. Okay, Alex and Shane. Sure. How am I gonna do this? Okay, so and then after that I press this button and I press this button and I press this button. Okay, we're back to the main menu. Alex and Shane. Okay. For context, I have done um why is my brain not working? For context, I have reached everybody's like I've done multiple save files and I've reached everybody's 10 hearts event, but not I never married any of them except for Sebastian and Alex. Sebastian was the first character like on my first playthrough that I married, and then all the subsequent playthroughs that I've married a character, which is two. I've married Alex. So, but I do know everyone else's marriage scene stuff. I did search that up. I just didn't want to bother marrying people. Look at that moolah. Ooh, that jade did a lot for me. Nice. Okay. Any case. So, I'm gonna check out the crafting thing first before I make up a story about Alex and Shane. Though I do have a little bit of an idea. Not really. This is going poorly already. What am I doing? I am looking crafting. Right. Okay, slime press. Need a fire quartz and a battery pack, huh? I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I'm pretty sure I do have the fire quartz, I just don't have a battery pack, and I have the coal, obviously. Just that bridge when we get there. It's not that important right now. Beautiful sunny day tomorrow, and queen of sauce. Okay. Ooh, that summer music is loud. Oh, are you done? You are done, Radish. In the box you go. Okay, it's a Sunday, so we check the traveler's cart, and then we go in the mines. So Alex and wow, this music's so overbearing. Hi, Blob. Okay, well, actually, I want to destroy. You know what? You can tell I'm procrastinating. I want to destroy all the rocks in the quarry first, or else it'll bother me. Much like that artifact spot's probably gonna bother a lot of people. Okay, so the first thought about Alex and Shane is that they both love ball, where Shane tends to be dressed up in the like the uniform, right? Not uniform, but like he has a grid ball shirt on constantly. And then in Shane's 10 heart event, I know that Alex does appear in the background, which is why I like Shane's 10 heart event, because I can go, oh my boy's in the background, Alex! Well, I'm gonna kiss Shane, I guess. It sounds so awful when I'm saying that out loud, but you know, So, oh yeah, by the way, why I'm checking the traveler's, I was gonna say traveler's chart, traveler's cart, is that, I'm always checking for iridium ore, because there is a possibility of getting iridium ore from here. A low possibility, clearly, since I still haven't gotten it. But there is a possibility of getting iridium ore. Unless it's, like, locked. No, it can't be locked. You get a bunch of different cool goodies. Yeah. In order to make the slime patch, you need an iridium bar. So that's basically why. In any case... So, I probably, if there's gonna be a story between two, I would think of something like grid ball related, which is a problem because I don't really know much about sports in general, but luckily grid ball is fictitious, yeah, that's the word. Luckily grid ball is fictitious, so I can literally make up anything. I can make it sound like it's Quidditch. They have to go flail around randomly. That's basically every sports, actually. That was a joke, but I'm pretty sure that's every sports. You just put things in goals and then things happen. I'm a huge sport aficionado, you know. I married Alex. I know everything about sports. So I wonder what Alex and Shane would be like pre Shane recovery, right? Because Shane is like constantly depressed, but he still like loves grid ball, right? So he would see like Alex tossing the grid ball around, and then like you want to like think to himself like wow, that's one guy who didn't ruin his life. So I wonder, like, I know in Alex's marriage scene, they do all go to the saloon together. Like it was either Saturday or Sunday. They all go to the saloon together, and then they watch TV. So, man, they really have no scenes with each other. But so yeah, I think like pre-recovery, Shane wouldn't even approach Alex, I don't think. He would just like look at afar and be all like, yeah, I don't want to ruin this kid's bright future. Right? Because he's like, everything I touch, I ruin. Sad. I am in a bad place. Etc. etc. I think Alex would be completely oblivious. Well, oblivious like that Shane likes grid ball. Oh my gosh, this is a slime party over here. Sorry for intruding without an RSVP. Thoughts? Okay, so I guess maybe Alex would know, like, but Alex is kind of shallow when she doesn't really look at, quote unquote shallow, and when she doesn't really look at anything. So like, Shane could be wearing that the tunneler's jerseys for ages, and Alex probably wouldn't notice because he doesn't like quote unquote look at other people or care about other people until obviously the farmer comes along. Blah 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 blah. Ooh, slime. So I think like, so then like once like Shane actually like recovers enough to like, you know, actually go around and maybe even greet like Alex with hey or hello when they're passing by each other. I bet Alex would be like, wait, how what? You're a Tunnelers fan? I have no idea. And then Shane would just be like looking at his dirty old Tunnelers uniform like, yeah, I'm a fan. Right? Like as if they have not been living in the same town for who knows how long. I was gonna say perpetual. Mix between repetitive and perpetual years. Which I think would be funny. But then like once it's been established and like then I bet like whenever they see each other, Alex would pop in with like a new like grid ball fact and stuff, right? Because he's kind of excited, like, wow, someone shares my hobby. Like, I mean, obviously the other adults, like I know in the saloon, Gus and George also, but you know, George is a grandpa, so he's used to that. And then Gus is usually like almost always working. So like, just I don't know, to see a fellow human be so. See that the other two aren't human. Just say like a fellow villager who's just like interested in gridball. He'd probably be just kind of excited. I would think. So like whenever they pass by each other, I imagine it's not really stories. I'm making up headcanons. If that was not obvious. So I think like if they pass by each other, Alex would like excitedly info dump more about gridball. Whenever you see it's like, hey, did you know that gridball fact? I'm not really good at saying any gridball facts. I don't know any gridball facts. But I know Alex definitely would. He'd be like, "Oh, the longest throw was made by Clarkson McThrower." I'm the worst. Why did you marry Alex? By Clarkson McThrower. I'm owning up to it. Clarkson McThrower back in 1987 and stuff. Like, cause Alex was not smart, but I feel like he would be smart in things that he thinks finds are interesting. Even though he finds that a sore point to himself. I'm mainly just talking about Alex. You can tell that I really like Alex. Shane is such a fan favorite though, as a bachelor. Like people look at him and be like, what do you want? Go away. And people like, I can fix you. Which I mean, to each to their own. He's either like I hate him or you love him. Well, no, I'm neutral to him, so never mind. I contradict my own statement. Oh, I do like Shane, but maybe not as a marriage partner. Like for all the reasons that you probably heard of, his room is sloppy. He kind of regresses a bit. It's kind of icky to save him and then marry him, etc., etc. I mean, kind of icky depending on the context. I think the game does it okay enough, but the game is a little, quote-unquote, bare bones on that. Not that this game is bare bones. I love this game, but like on the romance aspect, the game is a little simple, but that's because it derives the inspiration from Harvest Moon, which did have a simple love mechanic as well. Okay, I'll go check how many slimes I've killed. Doop -de doop. Alright, tell me the bad news. What you got for me? 352. I killed like 30-ish slimes since yesterday's check-in. Not bad. I'm not worried I won't be able to do it by the end of summer though. Well, I mean it's not required for me to finish this by the end of the summer. I just want to. You know, the fact I got level 6 while just killing slimes reminds me of that episode of South Park, the World of Warcraft one, where they're like, we must kill the unkillable. And I don't watch South Park, by the way. Okay, I sound like I'm making an excuse, but okay, I used to kind of watch South Park But as in, I would just skip episode and just watch episode with Kenny and them because I like Kenny. He's my favorite character because of reasons I'll say another day. But he is my favorite character. He's a good character. So I would watch it. And like my brother used to watch it too. So like when I was like a really young kid, I would technically watch South Park. Anyway, that World of Warcraft episode where they must kill the unkillable. Why am I here? Must kill the unkillable. So then they grind up by, I think, battling level 1. I don't know. I don't remember which animal. I'm pretty sure they were boars. And they would just keep battling them until they get enough EXP to defeat the unkillable. Shows that like make things dramatic, make low stakes dramatic, are so good. Like for example, Community is one of my favorite shows of all time. And they're really good at making low stakes extremely dramatic, which is a credit more to good writing than the actual... Oh hey, I got refined quartz. It's more credit of good writing than the actual plot. Like, you could have a gobbledygook plot so long as the writing is good, right? So, okay, more about Alex and Shane. Slime. So yeah, and then now they would just come in and info dump about Gridball. And like, I think I headcanon that like, at least Shane before like he realized that life kind of sucks, tried playing Gridball for a bit. Like, he was never a star athlete or anything, but like, I feel like he'd be... What do you guys think? Do you think Shane would be great at Gridball when he was younger, or like okay at Gridball, he was just a fan? I have no idea. It's hard to tell his physique when he was younger. We don't really have any information about him being when he was younger. Like, he's definitely like a fan. Like, he never planned to go pro. Definitely as a hobby, I could see him doing Gridball before things went haywire. I'll headcanon that he was okay, just decent. Like maybe like on a team in like high school, but then on the last year of high school, he had to quit because even though it's one of his favorite hobbies, it's not his main passion. Whatever his main passion be, I have no idea. Oh my gosh, there's another slime party here. Nice. Kill that? Okay. So yeah. And then, so like, these many years later, now that he's like been in like recovery and stuff, he kind of realized that his health is based solely on microwavable pizzas, and maybe that's not the best thing, especially in the universe where you actually marry the farmer, and the farmer's like, microwavable pizzas is not the best diet. You can have it, but it's not a diet, you know? We could go a little healthier. So then, like, just like for the farmer, like even without the farmer saying, actually, I said the farmer says it, but I'm gonna retcon that. Without the farmer saying, like, he wants to be better for the farmer, just like in, okay, first, I need to take a drink of water. Oh my gosh, I've been talking. Okay, I'm mostly good. So yeah, like without the farmer even saying anything, it's like I wanna kind of maybe improve myself the same way that Sebastian stopped smoking after you married him, which I thought was really sweet. No slimes, only bat buddies. So yeah. Whoa. Man, there's so much iron ore down here. So then he would try to attempt to do grid ball for a bit, but like he realizes like he's he needs a partner to actually pass around the grid ball. And I see the slime there, hold on. Oh no, why? I didn't invite the bats to this party. So one, he probably need a partner to help like pass around the pigskin. And two, he is really rusty on it. and like he's worried that like maybe his form isn't good or whatever. So then like Alex, like you know begrudgingly like walk up to Alex like, hey, you're the gridball kid, right? And then Alex is like, yeah. And then Shane is like, so are you any good at it? And Alex like at first he bristles, right? Like yeah, of course I'm gonna be like the top like gridball player of the whole entire Stardew Valley, right? And then Shane's like, sure, kid. Like he's like, yeah, kids have dreams, whatever, type of thing. Cynical but hopeful, right? As he's like slowly going that path of recovery. But like, despite like his own cynicisms, he like kind of tries like and like they start off like a little wrong foot, but then he kind of like tries like, so you think you could maybe um like play gridball with me or something? I don't know, something awkward like that, where like they just want to play gridball together, and then like Alex was at first unsure, but like okay, but like you know, it's good to have practice with a real partner. Like even Alex knows that at that point. So I was like, okay, sure. But then like they end up actually getting along through gridball, like having fun doing playing gridball. It's 9:20 p.m. I have my story soon done. Thank goodness. You could see me struggling here. So then like they play gridball and then they actually get along and they start talking about like their favorite teams. They both love the tunnelers and stuff. And then um and then like in this I'm saying in this world like the Shane married the farmer because otherwise it's really hard to get a good story of Shane's recovery, right? Or at least good friends with the farmer. So like the farmer always sees Shane like getting more and more excited about like, you know, living life because they get to play more gridball, trying slowly but surely getting into shape. He never got back to his normal prime, but like he is healthier, and that's honestly like good too. Like learning to accept that imperfection is still actually really good. It's still fine, and Shane learns that. I see you, Slime. I'm not gonna leave without you. Don't worry, buddy. Okay, well, okay, both of you wanted to poop out a staircase over there. Oh, wow, there's three. I only saw the two. Wow, okay, a lot of you guys just want to poop out staircases. Understandable, understandable. Ladders, not staircases. Come on, Mocha. Okay, this is like the last floor before I head back home. And yeah. And that should be the last slime. There we go. Okay. Now 444. All the slimes were like taking out staircase stuff. I should really go. It's 11:20 p.m. Okay. So what are my spoils of the war? Selling this, selling this, selling this, selling this. You. I'll sell you. Sell you. And I'll just. Wow, he has love quartz. I'll sell you. Nice, nice, nice. Cool, cool. And yeah, so then the rest of the Stardew Valley days is just both of them, like, being surprising friends. Like, no one really expected, like, jaded Shane to become friends with hyperactive Alex. But then, like, when they realized they both love gridball, it's like, oh yeah, understandable. It's like, I just imagine, like, for example, like, Sam, Sebastian, Abigail, like, wait, those two are friends? Like, they like gridball. Oh, understandable. The adults, wait, they are friends? Oh, they love gridball. Oh, understandable. I just think that's funny. And yeah, and like I think like Evelyn will be like pretty happy with that friendship too because she always feels bad for poor Shane. She wants Shane to take care of himself, you know. And Evelyn is so nice. And it's like she's proud of Alex of helping him bring him out of his shell, even a bit, even though the farmer did most of the heavy lifting. What's the fortune for today again? Neutral. I see. All right, sleep for the night. That means water bottle check, and then we're switching characters. Zin. Jeez, what did I get from foraging? Oh, 21 winter roots makes sense. Yeah, yeah. And then my quartz. Okay. Alright, we close that out. And now we go on to the next character. I don't know, am I gonna switch? I'm always so nervous switching out because I feel like I'm gonna accidentally reveal my entire social security number. Okay, so we do this, and then we press this button. Alright, I did it, guys. Okay, so that's it for the bachelors. Now for the bachelorettes. Let's see what I can do. I'm not familiar with the bachelorettes, if that was not obvious. Healy. Okay. Another character who goes through a huge character arc, like Shade. And... oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Penny! Oh! That's interesting. Okay, okay. I'll tell you my thoughts as I get into the game. But Hailey and Penny. I see. Okay, let's do this. Button. Okay, perfect. Hailey and Penny. So let's start off with what I know about the characters. The thing about Penny, why I had that reaction with Penny, is that I play on a multiplayer farm every 2 weeks or so with my friend. Corn. Actually, like I need it. Oh my gosh, you. Hi, Demetrius. I can do voices. Yeah, sure. It's just this one scene anyway. Hi, Mocha. I have some good news for you. This is not the voice I would have for Demetrius, huh? Hi, Mocha. I have some good news for you. A few days ago, I made a breakthrough in my research on the local environment. I'm not good at voices, guys. I'll spare you the technical details and get to the point. You know that the empty cave over there, a little ways to the west? Well, I have a way to turn it into something useful. Have you been inspecting my farm? For both of us. I've literally never met you in my life. I'd like to set up the cave to attract some local species. That way, I can observe them in a more controlled environment, and you can harvest whatever products they produce. Sure, I can either set up the cave to attract mushrooms or fruit bats. The bats will sometimes leave fruit for you to collect. Bats. So, okay, I usually pick fruits, and literally all my playthroughs, I pick mashed mushrooms. What am I saying? In all the playthroughs I've done, I've picked mushrooms. But for this playthrough with the slimes, I feel like I should just might as well pick bats. Right? So then it would help in the community center. And then 2, I'm not checking the cave as often as I am in my normal playthroughs. The only thing that I'm like worried about bats is the fact that how dare I have more animals than just my slimes? How could I betray them like this? No, wait, but in the caves, they kind of coexist, don't they? Yeah, this is like another version of the caves. This actually might help the slimes feel more at home. Okay, then I'm definitely picking bats. Wow, decision made. I'm gonna drink some water. Alright, I'll go set it up for you right now. It shouldn't take any time at all. Thanks for letting me do it. You did not give me a choice, Demetrius. But okay, sure, whatever. I let you do that. Okay. So then whenever I want, I can harvest. This mahogany seed has not been growing at all. I wonder if it's because it's next to this. I have no idea. Okay, yeah, anyway. Penny and Haley. Right. Man, my throat is so dry. I keep drinking water, but none of it's sticking. So yeah, in my multiplayer farm that I have every 2 weeks with my friend, Penny is the one that my friend is trying to pursue right now. So I hear a lot about Penny. And stuff about, wow, Penny is so great. Look at her. How is she not the best character in Mocha? Why aren't we all cherishing Penny? You know? Like, Penny, come over here. Hey, Penny. So yeah, that's what I hear about Penny. I did have a playthrough where I did date Penny. And I thought it was fine. I mean, I think all the part events are fine. to be honest. But yeah, cool character. Most people are like on her because apparently she's very plain. I think she's fine. If you want that, you want that. That's fine too. I think my only gripe with Penny is like, especially like in the first cutscene, the 2 hearts event you have with Penny, she just pushes George's wheelchair without his permission. Like, you should never do that to someone with a wheelchair, even though you're trying to help. Okay, there's no reason I'm here. Why am I here? There's really like no reason to push someone's wheelchair. That's basically just pushing someone out of the way, basically. And it's pretty rude. Not that I know anyone with wheelchairs, so don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure, that's what I heard anyway. It's pretty rude to just push without permission. If they tell you, like, yeah, sure, go ahead, and it's fine. But, like, she just full on pushed him. And it's treated as, and it was treated as if she was in the right for wanting to help out. Which, it's fine for wanting to help out, but Penny's an adult, not a child. So, I mean, that's the same gripe I have with Sam. Interesting then, right? Because they're both bachelors, like, that are, quote-unquote paired together. And they both have this little childish heart level moments. Sam with dropping an egg. Like, seriously, you clean it up. Like, I mean, like, people are, like, mad with Jody, like, wow, Jody came in way too hot there, but honestly, just clean it up, man. Just clean it up before even she appears. Like, even if she just appears, like, at least Sam should have been doing the motions of cleaning it up, right? Instead of standing there dumbfounded. Like, I know they're helicopter parents and stuff, but I don't know. That whole scene is just like, I feel like it could be written a little tighter and stuff. I mean, Concerned Ape did all the story and the art and the music. I am not faulting for some part events that I'm like meh about, but I'm allowed to have an opinion on them, right? I'm getting a little dizzy from talking so much. This is why I need to practice talking more, though, right? Because I don't talk that much in general in my day-to-day life. So, when I was younger, like, I started doing Let's Plays to force myself to talk more, and I've been getting good at talking for like an hour stretches and whatnot. But doing streams is a whole different level, because I feel like I have to perpetually talk, right? While when I'm doing normal Let's Plays, I can like stay quiet and think of myself, oh, I can just edit it out, so it's fine. But then again, like I put the tag. Let me drink some water. Okay, anyway. But then again, I put the chatty tag on here, and probably most people don't talk this much. They let the chill stream of Stardew influence. The chill streams of Stardew influence them, and that's fine too. Honestly, that's good if you want a good chill stream where like the streamer doesn't talk as much, but like they're still there, and like they make all the appropriate responses. They laugh at certain times and whatnot. But like personally, that's not for me. I know it's not for me. And that's fine too. Except I'm getting really lightheaded. So yeah, I talked about Penny. I haven't talked about Haley yet. Haley's fine too. I think when I was excited to date her in my where I like in the playthrough where I tried to like date everybody. I mean, in different forms. I'm not cheating, but in different forms where like oh my gosh, hi guys. Try to date everybody. I was excited for her because I keep hearing, oh, she gets character development. It's gonna be so good. People just don't give Haley a chance. And even before, like, I even did her stuff, I think she was fine. People are really sensitive to her type. But I thought she was fine. I wasn't bothered by her at all. But yeah, I was excited though, because people say, oh, she gets way better when you do her hard events and stuff. So then I did them. I was underwhelmed. Like, she gets better, and theoretically, she gets better through the friendship with the farmer, but I didn't really feel that. I just gave her a bunch of daffodils. And then she just suddenly starts talking about donating to charity. Isn't the daffodils you want to donate to charity, Haley? So I did like her marriage event though. I did really like that, the cake off thing, and that's actually where she and Penny actually kind of have an interaction. So wow, segue. I'm getting there. Well, I mean, I didn't talk about why I thought Haley's stuff was underwhelming. I don't know. It just felt sudden. Yeah, her character development just felt weirdly sudden, and I felt no emotional connection to it. Like, yeah, she lost her grandmother's bracelet. Okay. Which, all that did was, like, show a different side to her, but it didn't really help with the, showing why her personality would be different. You could, like, hear about your grandmother's bracelet and still have an abrasive personality, right? So yeah, but then in that 10 heart cutscene, that's when, well, they sort of interact, but not really. It's more like Haley creepily eavesdrops on little children. I mean, that sounds way more creepier than I intended. Anyway, Haley eavesdrops, like, Penny along with the children, and they're like, oh no, my textbooks, bad, tore apart. And Vincent's like, yeah, great, I don't like homework anyway. Death to the education system. No, he didn't say that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Something similar to that. It was close enough. So yeah, and then Haley hears this and decides to provide a cake walk where they walk for cake, and then all proceeds go to education to get new textbooks, which I really like. I thought that was sweet. It showed character development, and like it showed more of Haley's personality. I think that was the main problem there, because like during all the other events, like I didn't really feel Haley, right? But like a cakewalk sounds perfectly like Haley. You know, something sweet. She loves Zuzu City cake. You know that from the thing where the Queen of Sauce, where you learn about how to make cake. So like it's another little aspect of Haley. So I did really like her marriage 14 hearts scene. So yeah, but if we're gonna go pre character arc redemption, whatever. Stereotypically they wouldn't get along, right? Like you see in all those movies where like, oh, the mean girl bullies the nerd and whatnot. But in Stardew Valley, they just don't really pay attention to each other. Like Haley doesn't really do anything about Penny. They just ignore each other. Dude, I would have given the 14 heart cutscene way more merit, right? Like, imagine like if Haley did bully Penny, which they would obviously they wouldn't add specifically because like you get to marry Haley, and they wouldn't want to like make Haley. I'm so sorry, Haley. They wouldn't want to make Haley that unlikable, right? Oh, okay. Sorry, Slime. You can't reach me. I'll fix that. They wouldn't want to make Haley super unlikable by having her bully Penny, right? Because like especially if there's gonna be some Penny stands, they would be so like they would hate Penny more. They would hate Haley more than if they already do, right? If she bullied Penny. But for the sake of headcanons, I think it'll be fascinating for Haley's character development if she went from bully to, like, charity. Which, that's kind of like character assassination, isn't it? Oh, it's 420, blaze it. But more specifically, I didn't check my slime count. Why did I say blaze it? Oh my gosh, I'm tired. I meant to say 420, check my slime count. So yeah. I don't want to do character assassination on Haley though. Haley is just not that bad. Her and Alex are just really stupid. That's all I can say. 397. That's almost like packet 400. 40% of the way there. I'm stretched. Drink some water. Anywho. That means 40% of the way there. Okay, we are getting there. Maybe I keep saying maybe we can't do it at the end of summer. Maybe we can do it at the end of the summer. I have no faith in myself whatsoever. So yeah, it may be character assassination, but I guess for the sake of telling stories, let's make it a headcanon. So yeah, imagine like Haley like bully Penny, but like on little things, nothing like too well. Bullying is serious though. What am I saying? But like nothing that wouldn't eventually redeem her. But Penny should Penny ever forgive her or not? It's a small town is the problem, and Penny is a very forgiving. What is it with all these ores? And Penny is a very forgiving person. That is kind of one of her quote unquote character flaws as well. So like, I guess it would make sense for Penny to forgive Haley for any type of bullying she experienced. But I feel like she doesn't. I'm always on the camp of like you don't have to forgive people. You can acknowledge people, but you don't have to forgive people, right? Like you don't have to go buddy buddy to someone who hurt you, even if they've changed. I'm always like firmly in that camp. Like you can acknowledge them, you could say, yeah, they changed, but they still hurt me and I don't want to hang out with them. And the person who hurt them doesn't have to get their forgiveness, they just have to improve themselves. And I'm super huge on that camp. That's why most stories I tell are on that camp. But I feel like with Penny's character, she would forgive Haley. I wonder if that would cause a blowout. Like, so Haley changed characters, she does the charity thing, and like Haley, like, not Haley, Penny, like, does, like, quote unquote, forgive her, right? But, like, do you think. I can't really imagine Penny blowing out, though, right? Like, like, she is the type to hold it in, but is she the type to explode? I mean, anyone holding anything in for a long time has a higher chance of exploding and lashing out. It's just really hard to imagine Penny lashing out, is the thing. But I think Penny would lash out herself. She would, like, self-implode. Because, like, her childhood bully has changed. And where does that leave her? I'm making this so sad. I'm feeling so sad right now, guys. About my own story. But that would be the case, wouldn't it? In this world I've concocted? If your bully's changed. Do you think, like, because I know there's a. I haven't had it, but I know there's a way the farmer can, like, anonymously pay off the debt of, like, Pam. Like, they can anonymously fix the house, fix Penny's house, fix Penny's trailer into a house. Oh, there's another one over here. Hi, buddy. Well, I don't remember where I was going with that, though. But, I wonder if, like, if Haley can get more of an interest in education, though. And that's how they slowly but surely, like, maybe get along. I'm ending all these with getting along, because I always feel sad if they don't get along. That's all I can ever write super angsty stories with a sad ending. Because I'm always like, okay, but in the end, they get along, right? Right? Friendship? That's why I play video games. Like Undertale, you just become friends with everybody. That's why it's my favorite video game. But friendship is the end goal, right? And maybe like Penny never really does forgive Haley, but like is almost like honored and really happy that Haley's getting pay more attention to the education side of things because that's one of Penny's huge passions. So like in the future, if Haley ever gets like a child and stuff, and then Penny tutors the child, it's gonna be weird looking at your childhood bully as you tutor them. Why am I adding more angst? I don't want that. Why am I saying that? Why am I making this a Snape scenario? What am I saying? Oh gosh, imagine if Sam and Haley get together. It's gonna be like a Snape scenario, right? Like you look into your greatest enemy, but then you look in their eyes and it's of the one that you loved. Why am I doing this to myself? I don't know why. So tragic. I don't even like Snape. I don't like Snape. He's petty. So unlike Snape in Harry Potter, Penny would actually not be petty and actually tutor the dang child. Yeah, she would, huh? Man. And then, like, every time she sees it, she sees her childhood bully. But, like, as she spends more time with the child, because she does love children, she sees how the child is different from her mother. And then she sees how Haley is different from her child self, too. And it's like a weird parallel connection thing. Oh man, this is getting so good. And then, like, as that, like, she never really forgives, but, like, she kind of lets go of it. Of any sort of lingering resentment when she sees the child who's, like, has Haley's face, but is not Haley. And the same way that Haley grew up, so she's not the Haley she used to be. Oh, that's so good, guys. Gosh, I need to be writing this down, huh? I really like that, but I'm never gonna be writing these stories because I don't have time to write more fanfiction. Also, I write fanfiction. I love writing fanfiction, but I have too many ideas, I never publish them. Gosh, that's such a crack pairing though, Sam and Haley. I didn't spin the wheel, so I can't really talk about them, but man, Sam and Haley as appearing. The child would be so blonde. Like, not in like a mean way, but in a really, their hair will be so blonde way. Oof, I'm getting a little sleepy. How long? I've been recording for about an hour. Nice, nice, nice. Oh my gosh, it's 10 p.m. That's why the cutoff is at 10 p.m. because I tend to forget. I got so invested in my own story. Yeah, and then after that, like, she helps with the child and stuff, and she really gets on with the child, and she eventually lets go. She's an adult now. Well, more of an adult. Who doesn't push people from wheelchairs, Penny? Oh my gosh, I still can't get over that. Not that it would be a wheelchair anymore to push, and that's adults. I'm the worst. Okay. It's getting late. I know. I did not grab any goodies. I got distracted. Oh my gosh. That's fine. It's fine, guys. No profit for today. Alright, sleepy sleep. And then I need to pause so I can get my savings. There you go. Okay. Okay. I drank water. Now, we switching. Right. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I'm also nervous whenever I'm doing this. I don't know why. Let me put this on here, and then we transition. Yeah, got it right. I don't know, I'm always nervous. Okay, let's do both. Because with the Sam and Penny crack pairing, that got me thinking. Well, I don't want to do crack pairings right now. I just want to talk about any potential, like, could be platonic relationship between two characters. It does not have to be romantic. Okay, let's just spin the dang wheel. If it's the same character I've done before, I'm gonna spin again. Just so, like, we can get more variety. Emily. Okay, nice. Emily and... If it's Shane again, I'm spinning again. Shane. Even then, Emily and Shane are already friends, right? Like, what else is to add? He goes to the bar, she serves him stuff, they go and become friends. Yeah, basically. The end. So, Emily and... Emily, she's her own pairing. Just like in game. Okay. Emily and... Oh? Hey, we were just talking about you, Sam. Okay, Emily and Sam. Oh, okay. I can kind of think of something already. Okay. How do I switch again? I press this button and then this button. There we go. Okay. This button too. Okay. Gonna settle in my chair for a bit. Do a little stretchies. Stretch a bit. Okay. Alright, let's go. Beautiful sunny. Good humor, not that matter. I don't know why I'm checking the good fortune. I don't even care. Hey! We're impressed with your quick progress of doing what? I just been a miner this entire time. You are done. I did not know that. Haven't encountered any crows? That's rude. My crops are delicious. I can sell these two. Okay. Let's check the cave, actually. Okay, we're checking the cave today, but we're gonna usually be checking the cave on Fridays and Saturdays, right? Fridays and Sundays, right? When I'm actually gonna have the thing. 2 blackberries. Wow, look at the little bats. In the cave. And hoo-ha. I'm getting a little sleepy, but that's besides the point. That's not the matter when there is content to be made. Okay. Thinking. Emily and who again? Sam. Man, Emily was always like the, it's fine. Bachelorette. Like, I thought she was okay. She's very trippy. And then Sam is Sam. I'm pretty sure I've described all the positions perfectly now. Thing is though, like, Sam does frequent the Emily's workplace, right? Like in the on Fridays, everyone goes to the saloon. And Sam loves pizza, so Emily probably had to make a lot of pizza for Sam, just in general. So there's that. Okay, there's that. So there's the surface relationship between the two, right? Like, oh yeah, work girl who works at the saloon, has some weird, crazy ideas, lives next door to me. Type of thing, type of relationship, basically. But how would they really get along? Well, first of all, Sam tends to ski under a flower bed, right? Like, that's a common. That was not common. That's a cutscene where Sam skates under a flower bed. I wonder if Emily minds. Like, Haley obviously clearly probably minds. But I wonder who's making the flowers, though. Is it Emily or is it Haley? Who tends to that flower bed? Well, I want to say Haley actually does, right? Haley tends to that flower bed, so I can't really use that. Gosh, would Emily and Sam even interact? What would be their excuse other than work? Because that's kind of the only one I'm seeing right now. They just interact casually at work. Makes pizzas. Emily probably has to, like Emily is, like, a very cheerful spirit, so that's why it's really hard to write her. Because, like, she works, but, like, would she even mind that Sam is such a troublemaker? Because I don't think so. I think she just thinks Sam is cool and funny. Though she does yell at him whenever he makes a mess in the saloon. And that's all I can think of. Like, even then, yell is a strong word. I can't really imagine Emily yelling, huh? Like, might get fed up, but I can't really imagine yelling. Or at least, like, Sam is always apologetic whenever he makes a mess anyway, because Emily always catches him. Emily always catches Sam, and that's like, Sam makes a challenge to not get caught, but somehow Emily always catches him whenever he's doing a prank, and it, like, drives him crazy. That could be a story idea. Give me a moment to drink some water. Okay. I've talked so much. But that could be a great idea, right? So, like, at first, like, yeah, I don't really bother with the girl next door, yeah? Just like, yeah, sure, she's just the weirdo next door, adult person. But, like, somehow Emily always catches him whenever he's doing a prank, right? Like, whenever he pranks anybody, or, like, does any cause any mischief, like, Emily knows it's Sam, and Sam's like, how did you catch me? Okay, well, let me just do this instead. And then Emily catches him. Okay, let me do this instead. Emily catches him. Etc., ad infinitum. And it drives Sam crazy, right? So he tries not to cause too much trouble at the saloon. Or maybe he does causes more trouble. What would be more likely? I need to focus that. Oops, I don't know what that was about. I hope that was nothing important. Okay, anywho. Ooh, aquamarine. So yeah. What do you guys think? Would Sam cause more trouble or less trouble at the saloon if he knows Emily's always catching him? I'm getting a little sleepy, so I will be quiet for just a little bit, okay? Is my window open? Yeah, it's open. It was really getting really hot in here, which is adding to the sleepiness. Okay, sorry, I just imagine, like, okay, like, he keeps, like, trying to step up his pranks, right? Like, not to actually hurt people, but, like, he's trying to step it up, like, okay, how do I keep doing this without getting caught? I just need to get bigger pranks. But, like, but the biggest prank will be just not getting caught with the pranks. And then, like, at one point, like, Emily catches him mid setting up the prank. He's like, hey, can I help? And then Sam's like, no, wait, go back. I'm still working on this one. I think that'd be hilarious. And then at one point, like, after all his tries, like, eventually Sam is, like, gonna want to give up, right? Like, he's gonna want to try to give up. And then the one time he's, like, lackluster, did a tiny little prank, Emily doesn't catch him. She has no idea who did it. And then, like, Sam's like, wait, like, I don't even know if Sam even realizes he gets away with one. I think Sebastian and Abigail would know, and they'll be, like, laughing in the background, where Sam is all, like, upset, and then, like, without realizing that his prank successfully landed on Emily, without Emily knowing who did it. Like, at least without Emily catching him, right? Because obviously, if someone with the prankster, they'll suspect that he did it. But without Emily catching him. and and he wouldn't know, but he'd feel disheartened. I make myself crack up. No slimes here. Slimy. And that's gonna be the nature of mostly of the relationship. Like, kind of acquaintances. They both kind of have that mischievous streak that helps whenever, like, they have to get revenge on somebody. Like, for example, Lewis, like, took something too far. And, like, not, like, to hurt Lewis, but just, like a little, like, taste of his own medicine type of scheme. Type of thing. I think they would team up really well. Like, they would surprisingly work well together. As like a duo. And whatnot. But never romantically. I feel like the age gap is too big between them, but obviously as farmers, the age gap is mysterious, right? Wow, my magnet ring took that from all the way over there? Dang. Oh, it's 2:10. Let me check how many slimes have been slain for the cause. Hello. I mean, I'm here every day, man. 420 Blazing! I just said, why did I say 420 Blazing? I just said it again. Okay. 420 slimes. That's cause for celebration. Which translates basically to water. I just need water. Also, my dust sprites amount is going up to 500 dust sprites, and I'll get whatever this is. Which will happen first? My slimes or my dust sprites? Probably my slimes, right? But the dust sprites would come in really close. I might as well just do it. Gosh, why'd it be 1,000 slimes? Look at all the numbers. I'm just realizing the numbers of everyone else. It's so low compared to slime. Jeez. Hiyo. We got something to show me, kid. I'll show you my slimes later. That didn't sound right. And there's different stuff here. I can buy this, but I don't really care. Right? Yeah, I literally never bought from this guy in my life. Lava katana? Whoa! Seal fashion? 9,000. 28 to 46. I could buy that. I don't need it, but I can buy it. Do I have to be like level 8 combat to use it though? I have no idea. I've literally never used any of those weapons in my life. I just go through the mines without them. Don't need them. As you can see from there, I went through the mines without them. I see a friend. Okay. Gosh, can I stretch out more Sam and Emily stories right now? Can't really think of any more. I think I've tapped out on that. But I do like that dynamic though, prankster. Prankster and person who always catches him and he doesn't understand why or how. But Emily just like that trademark. So it's no surprise that she'll be able to catch him all the time. But she's also his #1 supporter. I remember like in Sam's cutscene. Let me just stretch a bit. In Sam's 8 heart cutscene. Oh man. Okay. I really need to sell some of these. Actually, I could sell all of these at the place, right? Why don't I sell them? If they are sellable. Let me check, actually. Because I know the sword was sellable, but is equipment sellable there? Because I usually just threw them away because I thought they were not sellable, but they actually could be sellable. Greetings. They are sellable! I did not know that! Okay, get rid of all of them. Wow. I don't know how... 100 hours in the games, guys. 100 hours in the game. Did not know they were sellable. Let's get rid of all of them. I've just been hoarding them because I don't know why. And I can just buy them back later. Should I keep a slingshot? Okay. We'll keep the monster slingshot. Yeah, the sword is the best. Anyway. And then we can sell all of those. I wonder if these are sellable. Let's just keep them in my party just in case they are. Probably not though. The ruby was not sellable. And then at least I'll free up some space in that one box I have. Okay, keep a 17 edge. Sell, sell, sell. Oh, we can't sell slingshots though? Boo. Oh well. Okay, let's shove everything back in the box and then let's go back to slime hunting. More you know. all these years, all my boxes were just full of random stuff that I didn't want to throw away. Okay. So as I was saying earlier, the cutscene, slime, the band cutscene, the 8 heart cutscene with Sebastian had Emily there, and she was doing her own interesting dance that she has, which is what she does all the time. She just always dances. She doesn't exercise on Tuesday. She dances on Tuesdays, which is a form of exercise, so never mind. So yeah. But I like to imagine, like, Emily's also, like, a huge supporter of Sam's band as well. Especially since they live next door, and if Sam keeps his window open, sometimes so she can hear the band practice when she's sewing. Oh, that would be so good, right? It's like she hears the band practice while she's sewing. Oh, wait, but it's Haley's room that's closest, not... This should be more of a Haley headcanon, right? I mean, Haley hears Sam's band practice and likes it. They both hear it. It's just that loud. Oh, that would be horrible. But, like, nah. Okay. Emily has to be the fan, right? Because Haley does not show up in that band practice. I paused the game because I was adjusting how I was sitting down. Because I'm not comfy right now. Yeah. But... So it has to be, like, Emily, who's the bigger fan. Let's just say Emily hears it, okay? Hears it through her window because she always keeps her window open, and Sam tends to keep his window open so she can hear the band music practicing, and she becomes a huge fan. She likes hearing them. Like, she loves her own music, obviously, but she also has like a special little like guilty pleasure, and also Sam's brand of music, which is whatever the farmer chooses. Never actually the same each time. Which I think could be super cute. And stuff. So she is actually a huge fan. And like, so then when she sees him up in that stage, she's like really proud of him because like she knows all the flubs they've made. She knows all the little like progressions of songs. She could be like before like, hey, this is our brand new song, blah 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 blah, and then Emily will usually like, I know this song, I love this song, I'm so excited, etc. Right? Oh, that'd be so cute. And like she's just like hearing those songs like being played live in front of her would be so fun for her. And that's why she's really dancing and grooving to it. I mean, she dances and grooves to everything, but you get the idea. So like whenever she catches them in a prank, just stick to writing songs, rocker boy. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Let me just do a little pause for a bit so I can recover my throat. Man, I have so much money now. I don't know what to do with them. I guess it's all proceeds go to the slimes. Yeah, that sounds about right. Excuse me. Oh, there's a slime down there. I might really be getting the Dust Sprites achievement before I'm getting the Slime achievement. Wow, my throat is really protesting of talking so much. Can't help it, my stories are just so interesting, right guys? Oh, hello, hi, Professor Onera. Is that even I've been pronouncing Onera in my head, but I don't actually know how to pronounce it properly. Hello, hi. Nice to see you over here. Do you play Stardew Valley? Oh, nay. Is that I or nay? Onaira? Did I say that correctly? I do, you do play Stardew. Oh, that's awesome. Stardew's your favorite game? Yeah, it's one of my favorite games too. Okay, yes, I got it. I'm yeah, I'm doing a Stardew experiment right now where I'm trying to get like slime hutches because it looks kind of cool to do slime hutches. But at the same time, I'm like making up random headcanons for the villagers because I'm sure it's boring to watch me grind for a slime charmer ring by killing 1,000 slimes. I love slime hutches. I've never actually had one. I just wanted to do this experiment. I just wanted to do the experiment because I think it'd be super cool if I've like the entire rainbow of slimes. I thought that would be super fun. So that's what I'm doing. I have no idea how the slime hutches actually work. Slime ring is so much grinding but so worth it. Awesome. Okay. How did you grind for the slime charmer ring then? Sounds fun. Thank you. There. Hello guys. I will approach you now. Um so yeah, while I'm grinding for unless you have any like slime grinding tips. While I'm grinding for slimes, I've just been making up kind of got at a certain point. You must have played the game a lot then. I've played the game a lot as well. However, like I played a lot, but I keep restarting my farm, right? So I never actually left past year 2 on any of my farms. It's your most played game, I see. Are you ever gonna stream it? It is such a chill game, so it's really fun to just chillax whenever you see it. um, yeah, so I keep like restarting the game over and over, so I never actually went past year 2. I definitely want to stream it sometime. I will watch it. If I'm free, I would definitely watch your Stardew streams. um, Little guy. This is the guy that drops items, right? Yeah, so I actually never, like, I spoiled myself, but I never, like, went past, like, oh shit, it's getting late! I didn't notice! You distracted me! I got a sword! Okay, I'm running home. Yay, I appreciate you popping in. Thanks. Your avatar's so cute. Thank you. This is my first time like displaying my avatar. I made it all last night. Go sleep. Heck. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, blah, blah, blah. What am I doing? Okay. Thank you. I made this avatar last night. I know you said go sleep in the game, but I should really be sleeping in real life because I stayed up late making this avatar and making it look pretty. Nice. It looks so good. Thank you. What am I doing? I'm always scatterbrained. Okay. Um, yeah, so as I was saying earlier, I never run. I never actually went past year 2, but I have spoiled myself a bit because I love watching different Stardew streamers and whatnot. So I kind of have an idea what's gonna happen. But this is not the playthrough for it. This is just casual experiment. Gonna make a million slimes, and it's gonna be a fun time. Um, man, I want to ask you Stardew questions, but I'm sure I'll figure it out when you're actually playing Stardew. Because I wanted to ask, like, hey, what's your favorite bachelor and whatnot? I watch a lot of Stardew YouTubers who do wild challenges. Yeah, same here. My favorite. It's 1 a.m. My favorite. Let me just. Okay, money. My favorite Stardew streamers that I watch frequently is Unsurpassable Z and Shawnee Do. I like those two, and like it's really fun when they do different challenges. Man, look at all my money. I'm getting them the cash. Sebastian and Abigail are your faves. Yeah, they're awesome. My first time playing the game, I actually married Sebastian. But all subsequent playthroughs are with Alex, because Alex is my favorite. Yeah, those are my faves too. Oh, it's a luau tomorrow. I will be late because I will not be going there, so I'll be very late. Yes, luau. I think that's done. So let me just grab that. There we go. And then we can just sell it. So yeah, so my fave is actually Alex, which I know is not a popular fave at all. Most people do not, most people don't like Alex, but I like him. Special Z and Shiny Do, I mean, and Wally gets. Oh, okay, I was wondering, like, oh yeah, you said your faves are Sebastian and Abigail, and then you're saying their faves again. Yeah, they're fun. Yeah, those guys are so cool. And Wally Gug too. Yeah, the whole group of Stardew streamers are really cool. Alex is cool, thank you. I don't hear it often. So yeah. Oh snap, I was doing an experiment where basically I was making up headcanons of different characters. Do you... Okay, I can skip today. Do you have like any like personal headcanons for any of the characters? Basically? So what I've been doing is I've been spinning a wheel, and then I'll just make up random scenarios for. Yes, tell us the headcanons. I've been making them up. I've been spinning a wheel and making them up. Basically, is what I've been doing. So like I've been doing. I had 3 so far. I think so. The first spinning the wheel, I got Alex and Shane. So I headcanon that like because Shane also loves like grid ball and whatnot. Once he like gets to like his post like 8 heart event, like starting to recover and whatnot. Okay, I need to focus. Recover and whatnot, he might like want to get more into shape. So like he might like go up to Alex and be like, "Hey, maybe we could play grid ball together or something like really awkwardly." And I think that'd be fun. Next up, when I spin the wheel, I got so I did bachelors and then I did bachelorettes. I got Haley and Penny for the next spinning the wheel thing. Oh, that'd be so fun. It would be so fun. I love imagining random character relationships. Like not even romantic, just like platonic relationships. I think is so fun to like make up stories about. So when I spun the wheel again, I got Haley and Penny, and I'm like, should like I'm trying to like stereotypically like the mean girl, like the popular mean girl, and the nerd like the mean girl tends to. Yeah, I love unexpected character interactions too. It's so fun. The stereotypically the mean girl and nerd, like the mean girl tends to bully the nerd, which like I know why concerned ape wouldn't want that in their game, in his game, because like that would just add more hate to Haley. But I think it would be so cool if like maybe they like Haley did used to bully Penny when you were younger, but as she grew up, she got more character development and like stopped doing that. But then like and and Penny obviously is very like a forgiving character, right? It's one of her biggest character flaws where she's like very forgiving. So like she would say like, yeah, of course, I forgive Haley and stuff. We're cool now. But like maybe it's not really that clear cut, and she does have some lingering stuff from that. But then I also thought of a an idea of like in the future. Makes sense. She was definitely a bully in high school. Yeah, right. I do like Haley. I don't wanna assassinate her character, but I feel like it would make sense if that was the case. So then, but I was imagining like if like in the future where Haley gets her character development and then she like gets a child. And I made like as an example, she has like a child with like Sam because Penny and Sam tends to be paired together. But that's a crack ship. Haley and Sam is a crack ship, so I could just say replace that with Farmer or anybody that like Penny likes. So then I was imagining it like a Harry Potter scenario where Penny is Snape in the case that she has to tutor her childhood bully's child, and when she sees the child, it looks like Haley, like looks like her childhood bully, but has the eyes of the person she likes, which I just made myself really sad when I said that out loud. But unlike Snape, she would actually, tutor the child. Oh, like I made myself sad saying that, but like I imagine like she Penny generally loves children, so it would be so interesting if like she like at first she's a little apprehensive, but of course she'll tutor the child. It's a child, but then like as she gets to know the child more, she realizes that it's very different from her childhood bully, even if they look alike. And then she looks at Haley, and like she's very different of who she was in the past, despite being the same person. And I thought that would be a really interesting character development. Tragic, huh? Yeah. And I thought that would be like really, really cool and whatnot. And that was the end of that. I will pause a little bit because I'm getting lightheaded from talking so much. That'd be so interesting. Very good idea. I know. I wanna write a fanfic of all my ideas, but I have no time to write fanfiction. So they're just gonna be ideas floating in the air. Thank you. So then, third day, and that's the last thing I did, was let me just kill these slimes. I spun the wheel of both bachelors and bachelorettes, and then the wheel landed on Emily, and then it landed on Sam. And this one, I'm like, I'm not really sure what to do with that one. I mean, Sam is at the saloon, and that's where Emily is and stuff. But Sam is also kind of like a troublemaker type of guy, right? So like maybe he caused a little trouble and stuff. And then I had the idea that like because Emily is just like such a mystical character and stuff, it'd be hilarious if Emily is always able to catch Sam in the act of making a prank. And I thought it'd be funny. So like Sam will like try really hard to like make mischief and stuff. But Emily, like, if it's ever like in Emily's area, Emily always catches him, and he like frustrated, like, oh come on, like let me try to do this, and then Emily catches him. Okay, let me try to do this, and then Emily catches him. Yeah, and it'd be hilarious, right? And whatnot. And like Emily, I feel like is the type of character to also have kind of a mischievous streak. So then, like at one point, at like a spree of like attempted pranks, Emily's like, "Hey, that looks like fun. Can I help?" And Sam's like, "No, stay back, stay back. Let me finish this first." And I thought that'd be funny. Oh, hi. Hello, XXX Socks. Why you gotta destroy the cute slimes? I know this is horrible. I want to get a slime charmer ring. Is my problem. So, oh man, I shouldn't have made myself lightheaded from talking earlier. But yeah, that's how you get a slime charmer ring. You gotta destroy all the cute slime. 1,000 of them. Because the game is cruel. The game is fun, but the game is cruel. So yeah, I had the idea. So by the way, Socks, I'm talking about like different headcanons and like little stories of different random characters in Stardew. Kill the slimes to befriend the slimes. Exactly. It's so sad. But then I had like another idea where Sam, like, because Sam is in a band, right? And they are next door neighbors. Slimes here? Oh. This makes no sense. I know, right? I'm guessing you just have the essence of slimes after killing so many, and that's why the slime charmer works. I don't know. So yeah, because they're next door neighbors, I imagine like Sam tends to have his window open when he's like doing band practice and stuff because he has no respect for public noise. But like Emily, while she's sewing and stuff, also has her window open, so like she can hear the songs that the bands are playing before like they actually quote unquote release, right? They know you're too powerful to defeat. Exactly, I am the leader of this slime. Any slime buddies here? Nope. Okay. Yeah. So then like she would hear the band songs before they release, and like she likes Emily likes her own music, obviously, but she kind of has a little guilty pleasure of like listening to Sam's songs and whatnot, and she finds them kind of fun to hear while she's sewing. And I think that's like a fun like secret character interaction. So then when Sam actually performs like on the big stage, like hey, this is my new song, blah 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 blah. And Emma's like, I know this song, I love this song, and she can mouth along to all the lyrics, but even though it's a quote unquote new song. And I thought that was super cute too. And then that was the end of all of my headcanons before I started a new day. Each day would be like a new headcanon, but today I just recapped and stuff. So if any of you guys have any cool headcanons about the characters that you like to know, that would be awesome. And I'll take this day to take a break of my voice because I'm getting. Yeah, it would be so cute, right? She's like their number one. She would be like their number one fan, and I thought that would be so fun. Yeah, so I'll take this little moment to like recover my voice. I did not get that much sleep in real life because I was so excited about my avatar, so I couldn't sleep, and then I barely slept as I woke up. I'm like, I probably shouldn't stream while sleepy, but I'm too excited. I gotta show it off. So yeah. And obviously I'll add a little more. Please rest your voice. I can't. You made me too hyper now. Okay, I will hydrate though. I will do that. I drew it on paper and I inked it myself. So this is all 100% my thing. It took about like 30 to 40 minutes to draw, and then about like 5 to 6 hours to ink and color and whatnot. So, yeah. I'm thinking of just like adding a little like, hey, I drew it so I don't have to credit anybody. Oh wow, great art. Thank you. Iron Edge. Yeah, I want to fill this whole channel with my original art. It's just that I'm slow. So it's a work in progress, little baby steps. I wish I can draw. It's a lot of practice and patience, unfortunately. That's all I can say. And I don't even have patience. So like I just get randomly super into drawing eventually, like random spurts of like super into drawing all my life. So like I could probably draw better if I actually practice more, but I keep like randomly like improving in hour spurts over years, basically. And that's how I learned to draw. But I mean, I feel the same. I feel that so much. Same here. You feel that in you wish to draw or you wish to improve your art. Uh, but yeah, I'm so lightheaded. How long have I been streaming? Almost 2 hours. Nice. I'll probably go for one more hour and then I'd be done. Right? Yeah. My usual time, I usually end at. Well, for me, it's 1 p.m. I don't know for you guys. It'll be 1 hour later. I do the same thing with only being able to improve occasional blasts of art moments. Yeah, right? No patience to actually be diligent. um, I'll go months without drawing and then draw 20 things in a few days. Exactly, 100% that. Were you the one who drew your own avatar or did you commission someone? I never actually checked, but I do really like your avatar. It's so cute as well. 5:40 p.m. Still good. Did I check how many slimes I killed? I probably did, but then I stopped paying attention. Let me go double check. My friend drew this one for me. Ah, I see. It's very cute though. Your friend did a good job. Okay, wake up. We have a visitor. I'm here every day, my dude. 458. Last time was 420. So I killed 38. Yeah, I'm averaging on about 40 slimes per day. If I did math, I could probably figure out how long it takes, but I still need to draw a proper full body ref though. I see. And then you shouted her out. At Carrion Cal on Twitter. Cool, I might check her out after the stream. She has really good art. So that makes sense. Yeah, you have to do commission stuff. My brother also wants to stream, and like he actually asked me, like he commissioned me to make like chibi sprites for his avatar before I could do anything. But like after he commissioned me, I'm like, hey, wait, I kind of want to do it too. So then I just did it before him. It would take 25 days at 40 per day. Yeah. 25. 25 days. Dang it! I was hoping I would be able to do it by the end of summer. Okay, probably gonna take a little bit of fall then. Aw, okay. Just gonna spend my entire summer down Dank Cave without talking to anybody. That sounds like a normal summer. Let's see. Well, I keep getting this iron edge thing. Okay. Hi banana, hi banana MMMQ1, 11. Yeeks, that's the whole season. It is. But I think I beat. I went all the way to the bottom floor at by the end of spring year 1. So then it's only the beginning of summer that I started killing slimes. So I guess that kind of makes sense timeline wise. But hi banana, hello, welcome. Man, this is the most people I've ever had. Okay. 7:50 p.m. I usually try to start going back at 10 p.m. And then I'll spin the wheel again to figure out more. Hey, whoa, they're in translucent invisible? Oh, was it always like that? I've never seen the slime being that translucent before. Well, it's dead now. Lead rot, 18 to 27 damage. That's cool. Minus 4 speed though. Let me just double check. Okay. Okay. It's so hard to read and play at the same time. I should be pausing more. I usually save mine farming for winter farming for winter where I don't have to worry about crops so much. Oh, mine farming. I was like, save what? Okay, save mine farming for winter. Yeah, that's what most people should be doing, right? I just do things whenever and then and then for winter, I just spend that time either mining or making my farm look pretty, right? And winter tends to, like, people say winter is a slog, but because I spend every day trying to make my farm pretty, it doesn't feel as much as a slog. Okay, nothing here. Farming in winter makes bank. You can get so many forageables. That's true too. Like if you're farming, like hoe farming, is that the word for it? I don't know the word for it, but why do I have so many iron edges? What is this? Okay, my box is gonna get full with all of these. I'm just gonna sell them all. 818. Okay, I could sell them all. Let me just quickly make a quick stop to sell them. Yeah, in winter you can get forageables. She's back. I am back. Did you miss me? 465. Yeah, yeah. Don't sell my city and edge. Okay, making bank. I'm talking and making foraging seeds and making a huge farm app. Oh. So like, making foraging seeds. Are you talking about the winter wild seeds? Like you just make a huge farm out of winter wild seeds crop thingies. I sound so professional, guys. Okay. And then after this day, I'll go back to the headcanon thing. Where are my slime friends? So yeah. 40. Okay, I'm gonna take a tiny break on my voice. I say that each time, and then I start talking even more. Like right now, I'm talking even more. I can never shut up. Hardwood. I don't know what. Okay, let me kill this first. I don't know what things are called. I played Stardew a few years ago. Oh, are you thinking of like getting back to them? Like, are you just like wandering on different streams, looking at people? Oh, they are always that translucent. Okay, I thought they were like pure black, right? With only a little bit translucidity. But no, they are very like they're like shadow slimes. I want one on my farm, but I don't think they are on my farm. They can be in the farm. Lead rod. There we go. Call act a lemon. I don't know what that means. Okay. Any case. Oh my gosh, 11:20. I never pay attention to the time. Okay. Let me just grab random stuff to sell. I'll sell all of you. I could sell you and you and you. And I'll keep the mixed seeds. Okay. I could probably plant those mixed seeds actually. Okay, and after that I'm gonna spin the wheel and let's think of more headcanons. Because that's what the to make the stream a little bit more entertaining, I've been spinning a wheel and making up stories for different character relationships because that's super fun. For me, anyway. It's getting late. I know it's getting late. I hope the chat's readable, by the way. I had to move the chat to make the VTuber stuff, and I haven't really had a chance to test it. But I'm gonna assume it's good. Here's a good one. Oh, okay. You guys are having a conversation. Okay. And keep mixed seeds. Okay. We good. Hey, Blob. My cat's an honorary. Level 7 mining now. Transmute. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that, but yeah. And getting all that cash. Okay. Official breakpoint. Why are shake when talk? Because I don't have the sprite to move my mask because I just made this avatar last night. So yeah. Because it looked weird if the sprite just there. So I made it shake. But if I get like a mask moving avatar getting done, which I don't know how long that'll take, it's not a hard edit. It's just that I'm slow. Then I would. Okay, how do I do this? Then I would make it stop shaking. Okay, so I do this, and then this button, and then transition. Yeah, I'm getting a little better. Why don't we ever get any info on Shane and his niece's parents? Well, yeah, it's one of those ambiguous things. Though it's not really. I don't know if it's ever actually declared that it's actually his niece, right? Isn't it he just like the godfather or something? Would it be fun if you spun when you talk? I go around the page. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm making random headcanons for the characters. Let's do bachelors again. So I pick two characters and I basically make up what would their basically headcanon relationship would be like. And that's what I'm doing now. Not Penny again. I don't want to pick the same character again. Sebastian. Okay. He doesn't talk to anybody though. Well, he does, but he's mostly a basement dweller. Okay, and who? Leaf? Oh my gosh, when would they ever talk? Okay, I'll have to think about that. Okay, how do I do this? I do this, and then transition page. Wow, I'm getting used to it. Okay, drinking some water. Okay, one more hour of stream. We got this, guys. Gosh, wait, I really wanted to finish off being defeating all the slimes in this stream, but that's definitely not gonna happen, considering I'm making myself lightheaded. Um, Wizard Shane's father explains why he hasn't died of alcohol poisoning. Oh no. That's a theory I haven't heard before. I've heard some of like Jas is the wizard's daughter, but I never hear about Shane. Is that your headcanon? Clear and sunny all day. Very happy. Not that it has any bearing to me, but very happy. Thanks, Dad. If you're gonna be retiring, watch out for slimes, because there's gonna be a bunch of them. Okay, oh, Jas, yeah, I forgot her name. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so the two characters were Sebastian and Leah. My goodness, they even this is like very unlikely characters. Cause like Leah like spends all her time in her cabin making art. Oh wait. But there's an option for Leah. I know she has an option to make like sell her art on the computer. And then like when she's buying like computer parts, like maybe she doesn't know what she is doing, right? And like Sebastian is a programmer. So like he kind of has like more information about the computers. So I mean it could make sense for Jas because we never hear of her parents. I read this really good Stardew comic where like her parents die, and that's wait no. That's canon. That's canon. Her parents are dead. That's why she said like I live with them because I live with Shane because my parents are died, and she sniffs or something. I'm pretty sure that's canon. That's why we never hear about her parents because you know they're dead. What am I doing? Okay. So yeah, because Leah, like there's an option for Leah to like work on computers and whatnot in order to set it up. Maybe she needs an expert. So then like I was gonna say Robin suggests, but I have no idea if Robin and Leah even interacts at all. Plus Jess has purple hair, and unlike Abigail, she didn't die. Wait, hold on. Jess has black hair, doesn't she? Let me check real quick. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, she does have purple hair. Wait, huh? But like, I mean, that is a headcanon. I will say that. Let me go to. Oh, okay. I didn't transition. Okay. Sorry. I'm fiddling with all my screens. I am not used to it after all. Okay. She does have purple hair, huh? Maybe that's headcanon. They do live very close, but it's while Abigail being the wizard's daughter is a popular headcanon, it's like it has more canon basis due to all the hints that all the other characters are giving on that. Right? Like they would have Caroline saying, "I used to take walks near the wizard's tower. Don't tell my husband though." Ha ha ha. And then me to burp there. And that was an accident. You didn't hear that guy. Yeah. So anyway, so Lee would ask like Sebastian. from a suggestion from Robin, because I think Robin would just know everybody, right? Oh, because like Robin builds different things as well, right? So she probably helps build Leah's cabin, because why is a cabin there? Robin probably helped build it. Yeah, that one is strongly hinted. Yeah. Abigail did dye her hair, but then it's also strongly hinted like that the hair dye just like won't get off. Like she dyed it once, but then it never gets removed. So that's another hint, strongly hinting on that Abigail may be the wizard's daughter, right? That's why it's such a popular theory that has so much canon basis on it. So yeah, um, what am I saying? So yeah, from a suggestion from Robin, like he requests Sebastian's help for the computer stuff, and then like he could probably like because he's a programmer, it's like an extra job to work on the website for the art website, right? The Lou has begun. Sorry, Lou. Well, I don't even know everybody. See who are these people? I don't know. Who is Leah and Sebastian? I have no idea, guys. I didn't even know there's a wizard here. Stardew does have its fair share of magic, after all. I just think it's magic dye. Man, of all the magical things you can have, dye. Abigail magic dye her hair. But where does she get the magic dye? Dum dum dum. Plus, she hangs out near the wizard's tower a lot, which is another hinting. But that could just be her thinking that wizards are cool. Which fair, wizards are very cool. Could be paint. Paint gets off probably easier than dye, doesn't it? So yeah, and then Leah would help. Sebastian would help Leah with the computer stuff. But is that it? Can I not add any more headcanons? She probably does eat rocks, and that probably does something too. Magic rock that turns your hair permanently purple. Specifically purple, by the way. Like, it could have been any other color, but you chose purple, so now it's permanent. You know, if there's a rock that turns your hair purple, that would make sense that Jazz's hair would be purple because she's a child. And children, in the most respectful way I could say, are pretty dumb. And I say this super respectfully. Because I work with children as my part-time job, and they're fun. All I know is Jazz has naturally occurring purple hair, unlike the poser. The poser Abigail. Ouch. What are your guys' favorite bachelors and bachelorettes? Because I feel like you're being mean to Abigail right now, so it can't be Abigail. Or is it? Abigail's cool. I was a little like I think she's super cool, but also like when I tried to like date her in another farm, I thought she would do more gamery things and more fighting things, but she can't beat the first level of the Prairie King. I am a small rat, that's fair. Listen, if I knew eating a rock would give me sick colored hair, I'd eat it as an adult. You got a point. Got a point. Yeah. Abigail. I think she's cool, but I feel like her fanon self is cooler than her canon self. Sorry. Shane and Harvey are Pog. They are pretty cool. What was I gonna say? Okay, I'll talk about Abigail first. I think Abigail's super cool, but like, I on her second Hearts cutscene, like she's struggling with the Prairie King, and then like when you help her, she she gets in your way. I keep trying to move, and then she keeps getting in my way, and then I lost a life, and I was upset. Very petty, I know. But she's cool. I do like her post, like her marriage scene, like after marriage, her 14 Hearts scene. That's really good. I think she's maybe the best 14 Hearts scene. Next character is Shane and Harvey. Valid. I still like being married to her though. She is cool. I will agree. I think she's very cool. I just like the gamer in me is like, come on, just beat the first level already. How long? How many years will it take? Abigail is a fake gamer. Confirmed. Okay, I wouldn't say that. Anyone who plays games is a gamer in my book. Like, you don't have to be a fake gamer. My Wi-Fi. So yeah. Next up, Shane. Shane is cool. I love his heart events up until past the 8 heart event. I view him purely. I didn't mean to spit that P. Purely platonic. Because like it does personally, it does feel a little weird that you like help him and then you marry him. I feel like if the writing is a bit tighter, it could be done, but because Stardew can only do so much, and it's understandable. I love Stardew Valley. It's hard to get like a really good. Wow, everyone is pooping out ladders today. I keep saying staircase, ladders today. But I do like Shane. Though I know like people either love him or hate him, which is fair. And his bedroom is really sad and disappointing when you marry him. Who else did you say? Harvey. I like Harvey. Harvey is the best character for headcanons because I feel like most people play the farmer as very chaotic. So Harvey is always chasing after the farmer, being all like, "Please stop going into the mines," and then you just leave him coffee. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to the mines," and you run off. Check your coffee and run off. Maybe he needs all that coffee to run after the farmer. Anyway, Harvey is very fun character. Oh, 2:10 p.m. I could check how many slimes I killed today. Okay. Oh, there's a tiny slime there. I see you. You thought you could run away from me? You would have if I was was blinking away. Oh my gosh, there's 2 of them. Hi guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, slime. And I need one. So yeah. They're all cool. Very cool. Alex is still my favorite though. I really like Alex. He's... Oops. I want to sell my weapons first though. He's... Not many people like him, but like, I love people who are stupid but determined. Like never give up, even though they're kind of dumb. And I like those characters. Himbos, yeah. What was he doing? Oh yeah, selling. Oh, I just have that weapon. Okay, those are the best characters. Okay, how many slimes? Oh, it's a festival today. Ah, boo. Boo. Do you even go to the... Yeah, he does go to the luau. Never mind. Okay, fine. I'll just spend my time alone. I do love me some himbos. Yeah, they're usually my favorite characters. If you're dumb but determined, you are the best character. Alex is dumb, but he is determined. Gonna learn some philosophy. Which I don't even know any philosophy, so I'm also probably just as dumb. But it's fine. Do I have any hate cannons for Sebastian and Leah? I did marry Sebastian in my first playthrough of the game, so I first played it on the Switch. It was my brother's game, but I just made a new user and played it on the Switch. But then my brother deleted my save file, so never getting that back. And I only went up to year 2. Alex, himbos are kind, buff, and dumb, and that is the trifecta. It is a trifecta. I've seen that trifecta. Alex fits. He does indeed. And those are the best characters. Do I have any slime here? No. Okay. So yeah, Sebastian is really cool. He is a huge fan favorite. Actually, I said that what I said earlier, before everyone came in, I said that Haley's post-marriage event is my favorite, but I think actually Sebastian's might be because you get a frog. And honestly, I kind of want to marry Sebastian again just for the frog. Little frog son. Man, it's so good. But do I have any headcanons with him? Not really. He's kind of self-explanatory. Oh wait, there's that popular headcanon that he was kind of a nerd growing up, and like obviously he dyed his hair black, so he's like a ginger like little nerd of things, which I thought is super adorable. I've seen fan art of it, and I thought it's awesome. Frog, very good. The frog is the best frog. Man, if I had done that cutscene, what would I name my frog? I had a plushie when I was younger. He had like it was a frog plushie with like very long arms, and it was a hand me down, so his arm was like ripped apart. So then like I had to bandage him up and stuff. Like I didn't know how to stitch. Obviously, I was a child, so I would bandage him up, and his name was Senor Frog, and I loved him. So maybe if I had a frog buddy, I would call him Senor Frog, in honor of that plushie. Hello. Leah. Leah's it's really cool. Just like a character I didn't get to experience that often. But like, she's just a cool person. You get to draw with her. And like, she's self-explanatory. Just wants to run away. I feel like if Stardew like had like an anime or whatever, which would be super cool by the way. I feel like Leah's like a quintessential like farm pick. I don't know. Like she's not my favorite. I just feel like she's just a really good, just a really solid, well-written character. Well, not well-written. That's a. Oh, I'm just like singing praises over here. Okay, I will hydrate a bit. Lightheadedness is back. Just 1 more hour. I can do it. Okay. Alright. And Lee is also very easy to befriend as well, right? Because you can just give her driftwood. Which, like, her and Sam are very easy to befriend. Just give Sam Joja Colas that you fish from the sea. Which my friend does all the time, and she always cackles whenever she does it. Like, yes, you will accept this Joja Cola. Gotta go, fun stream? Thanks. Bye. I'll see you around. Thank you for popping in. So, yeah. What was I doing? You didn't see it, but I was waving. If I wasn't so face shy, I would definitely have a camera because I move around a lot when I'm talking. So like when I was saying bye, I was like double wave. I was just so ready. Okay. What was I gonna say again? Leah. Really cool. You can just give her driftwood. Sam, you can just give him Joja Cola. And it's very easy to just... My friend loves cackling evilly. Whenever she gives him a Joja Cola, she fishes from the sea. And then she just ends up maxing out Sam's affection before she maxed out Penny, which is the bachelor that she wanted. So, which I always thought was hilarious. It's like, my heart says Penny, but the game is saying Sam. Which I thought was funny. 8:30 p.m. Still 2 more in-game hours before I dip on to the next characters. Can I sell magnet rings? I'll see later. Okay. Why did I go here? I'm scatterbrained. I'm thinking about everything. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's actually stay a little quiet so I can regain my lightheadedness. It's also like lunchtime for me. Do people have least favorite characters in Stardew? I think most people do. But like, I do like each character. If I did have a least favorite character, it wouldn't really be... It wouldn't really be because I don't like them. It's just... Least favorite. I'm talking about the bachelors. I'm not talking about Pierre and Clint and Morris, because those are the stereotypical people don't like them type of characters. But I mean, like, out of the bachelors, people generally have a bachelor they really don't like, huh? Oh, another slime here. Hello, buddy. Oh, another slime on the left, too. Nice. Okay. And, oh, I don't need to kill those just sprites. That would be just rude. And I got more coal. Okay, good, 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 good. Man, my room is getting really warm. But that's okay. Oh, wait, it's 10:40 p.m. Oh, I need to get out of here. Wait, I need to grab stuff. I never pay attention. Okay, sell you, you, and you, and you. What else am I selling? Okay, I guess that's all of the things I kind of really want to sell. Keep those bat wings. I don't have a fire quartz. I must have sold it. I thought I kept it. But I guess not. That's fine. Okay, well, sap, winter root. We can sell the cave carrots. Okay. Let's take this moment to relax my voice. I say for the millionth time this stream. That was like a random burst of activity. That was awesome. So tickled. In a good way. Like, I love talking, but like talking to people is weird, but I think it's cool. Okay. And out you go. Out with the old, in with the emptiness. Okay, let's go. Good. Hi, Blob. Level 7 combat! Ring of Yoba. Thorns ring. Dang, I don't even think I've ever even reached level 7 combat before. Man, this is the Ring of Yoba and a Thorns ring. Yeah, I've never reached level 7. That's how you know how much fighting I actually do in a normal playthrough. Day 12 of summer. Oh, tomorrow's Alex's birthday. Don't say that to me. I'd want to go to his birthday. But I can't. I don't know who he is. I shouldn't. Oh yeah, and I got the skull key. What was I checking? Oh yeah, I wanted to check what those things do. Ring of Yoba. Occasionally shields the wearer from damage. Damn. Really good. I don't have any gold bars. And Warrior's Ring. Warrior Energy? What's Warrior Energy? Huh. Interesting. 10 frozen tears, though. I can probably make this. I don't know what it means, but let's figure it out together. Because I'm going to be slaying a lot of monsters anyway, right? So 10 iron bars, 25 coal, and 10 frozen tears. I might craft that. Thunderbolt and lightning. I wish I had the lightning rod. But I don't. I need a certain level to get it. I don't even remember what level. Selling that. So I need more ores. Yeah, I definitely have enough to craft iron bars for this. What else do I need? Okay. I have the coal. I just need to grab the frozen tears, which I get like 10 million each run. And then iron bar. Yeah, so I just need 10 iron bars, so I'll just be doing that every now and then. Gotcha. Let's go get the cave first. Go down to the Traveler's Merchant. And then go, oh, I did not spin the wheel! You know, okay, we're skipping today too. I'm getting lightheaded for making all these head cannons. Orange! Orange, glad to see me? Kinda, yeah. Man, I've never seen an orange before, because I always get mushrooms. So I always struggle getting fruits on normal playthroughs. But here, hopefully these will help me. The summer music is always like overbearing, but it's also really fun. Okay, maple syrup, stone floor. Don't buy it. It's a scam. It's literally just one piece of stone floor. It's not worth it ever. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna buy this because I know Willie asked for it later. Slime, good taste. Yeah, pomegranate, batwing, lobster, cool light. Why? Still no iridium ore. Okay, I understand. You're too good for iridium ore. I get it. Just vibing to the music right now. Kitty cat. Hello. Man, that's blocking that entire lower right sector over there. Okay, let's sell you. Okay. I should plant these mixed seeds actually while I'm at it. There we go. I didn't even need my hoe. Okay. Did I say I was gonna do something? Oh yeah, so... Okay, I need to make sure, remember, do not sell the frozen tears. And then today is also another skip day on the full high can thing, because I'm lightheaded again. So let's just go and do a chill. Let's go for a chill... Murdering. that did not sound chill. A chill... I don't know. We'll get to there. Okay, running. Hi, Linus. I see you. Okay, and then today we can also finally check also, how many slimes we killed yesterday as well, so it'll be a stack up. Oh, hey, frozen tear right off the bat. What did I say? You get these, like, in droves and down here. So I just need 10 of them, and then I'll be good. Okay. So do not waste frozen tear. Remember, keep your tears in the jar. Okay. More slimes, nice. Okay. Oh, I didn't see you, Bat. My game lagged a bit. Alright. Hi, buddy. And there we go. No, monster caves do not affect me. I affect them. Probably, right? I actually do affect them, right? Because, like, there wasn't that huge scent until I came in. Man, I said I'm gonna shut up because to save my voice, but I refuse to, apparently. There we are. Like, even when nobody's there, I still do that. Talk to myself. Did that sound sad? It's not really sad to me, so I guess it's not sad at all. Amethyst, excuse me. And there we are. Okay. And let's keep going. More mixed seeds, nice. Just gonna be a chill stream. Oh, male and female, what are you guys doing in here, huh? Being friends? Great. Actually, not great, I just killed you guys. No one saw that. Anyway. Okay. So yeah. I can... Man, I said I'm gonna shut up, but my brain just wants to keep talking. I guess I can't shut up, so I'll talk right now. My avatar. I was gonna talk about it. So right now, the UI, it looks not very good. And I'm aware. It was like kind of a temporary. I wanted to more show off my avatar than anything. Oh, give me that. So that's why like the UI is just like a sepia tone of the Stardew background. But like I'm hoping to make everything 100% like original art stuff, right? Frozen Tear, need that. 100% original art stuff, right? So, like for at least for Stardew, I wanted to make like the wooden border, which I do know sprite work, so I'm gonna do that. Now, right, 2 frozen tears, one for each eyeball. So I do want to eventually get to that point. More frozen tears. Man, who's crying down here? Probably all the slimes I've killed. Oh, why do I keep making myself sad? It's gonna be a good thing. I will charm all the rest of the slimes, okay, guys? This will be fine. We're gonna be charming. It's just like it's the grind, it's the sacrifices you have to make to become a charming to slimes. If that's ever something you want in your future. This is why I shouldn't talk. Okay, so yeah, I was planning on making like a cool like Stardew background. The around the border and stuff, and then I have a little line of slimes for the series because I think that'd be very fun. Oh, I see another frozen here. I'll risk it for the biscuit. I mean, I'm not really risking much. There's no one here. There we are. Hello. Thank you. Wow, got 4 frozen tears now. That's one for 2 people's eyeballs. What am I saying? I'm just shaking my head right now. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, around over here. And there we go. Out of here. No, you stay with me. Why are you going? Oh, it's 2 p.m. I could go ahead and check on me. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to pickaxe you. I meant to give your end very swift and elegantly, not harsh and brutal. I just keep trying to justify myself. It's not really working out. Just gotta keep the eyes on the prize. Maybe my my UI should have the slime charmer ring in the background so we can keep our eyes on the prize, right? Okay, what we got? How many have wake up? I'm here every day. Just wake up every day. Wow, 522. We're getting there. I need to stretch. Okay. That means we're over halfway there, actually. Wow. Yeah, it's not gonna take more than one more stream to do this. That's so exciting. Okay. Yeah, I feel more rejuvenated now. I say that half dead. I'm more rejuvenated now. Because I really want to do this. Despite me lacking sleep. Probably because I'm lacking sleep, I really want to do this. Hello, buddy. Okay. You're down and out. Okay, we don't need to be here. Oga. Ooga. Oga booga. Hello, banana. So chilling about? How are things? How are you, man? You have said you were rat earlier, if I remember correctly. Is that true? Are you a rat? Well, did I remember correctly, or is that somebody else? Yeah, no, it was you. You said you were a small rat. That'd be embarrassing if I mistake a rat for another rat. Okay. Worry. But thank you for dropping by again, by the way. Okay, gotta take you down. And you down. Oh, there's another one hidden in the shadows. I'll take you down. You can't mistake a rat. I know, my apologies. Actually, have you ever read, like, the children's stories Wayside? By the way, because there's a rat in it. Have you ever read those before? Because there's, like, a story with a rat. But I don't want to explain it in case you read it or not read it. But it's, like, one of my favorite stories with a rat. Wait, actually, no, never mind. Don't read it. The rat's dead. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Basically, there's like a new transfer student, and then the student had like a lot of coats, and then they kept taking off the coats, and then in the end, at the end, was just a dead rat. It's like, ah, yeah, not another one. Anyway, I love the Wayside stories. That's why I brought it up. Rats are very cute, though. I would own a pet rat if it didn't freak out my parents. Oh, frozen tear. Yeah, I need that. Oh, hey! Thank you for the follow, Wooden Karasu. Do you like my alert? That's the first time seeing it, too. Looks pretty cool, huh? How do you like my whole avatar and stuff? What happened to your mouth shaking? I'm still working on it. It's another, that requires another sprite, okay? And I stayed up last night trying to finish this off, right? So eventually, once I get just the mask moving, I'll have the whole, I'll stop the entire character shaking, because I do think that the entire character shaking is a little weird. I don't see any slimes here. Yeah, it looks really good, better than my model. Huh? You should talk to the person who made your model, who is definitely not me. You didn't ask. You said to make your model chibi. I mean, if you want, I can redo your model, but I know you don't care. Can I get a real model, please? I'm not well versed in VTubing, unfortunately, so I can't actually do the 3D stuff. You care a lot. I mean, I can make another model for you in time for a potential collab. This is my brother, everyone, by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm talking like this. Like, if you want, like, a full body model, you said chibi, I delivered perfectly to your instructions, to the T. E. Oh, ladder. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's up to you. We can talk about it later. It can be done later, but so that's a really good model. Thank you. I haven't. Here, hold on. I'll show you the whole thing. Hold on. Can I move this upward? Here's the actual entire model. See, looking cool, right? Oops, I didn't transition it. Cool, right? So that's how the whole thing. I didn't know you can draw well. Why do you commission me if you didn't know I can draw well, you meanie? Okay, I'll play it back to its spot now. Give me a moment. Okay, chat is there. We'll keep you over here. Transition. There we good. Your legs are so short. Yeah, I know. Is your character 5? No, but it's like about 5 heads. But I mean, it's fine. Like, I knew that the bottom part didn't matter. I just drew it anyway. Pokemon Trader vibes. I love Pokemon, so maybe that kind of adds to the inspiration. My friend says that my character looks like a punk. But yeah, that's fair. I mean, since I'm not planning on doing the bottom part, like, visible in any case, I'll just redraw that eventually, someday. But you guys get to see it, because I really wanted to show it off in this stream. I was so excited. That's why I barely slept. I'm like, ooh, I get to have a character. I get so easily excited. How long are you streaming until? The plan is to do it for 20 more minutes, so 1 p.m. in our time. Because I am getting hungry. So, yeah. Um, I lost my train of thought. Oh, it's 8:40 p.m. I could still keep going for a bit. Thank you for the PogChamp. Emote. Okay. And what was I doing again? Alright, slime. Hi, buddy. Is it weird if I want to pat you? Nope, as long as it's just quick 3 pats. It has to be very quick in quick succession. 3 quick pats in quick succession, and then we split apart for 5 meters. Then that's fine. And that only in that one case. Okay. And the next part. There's the ladder. No, okay, we out. We outie. Uh, 9:50, so this should be our last run before I end this virtual in-game day. Okay. Right. Okay, 10 p.m. Okay, we can go for one more. We can go for one more run. Come on, we got any slimes in here? Okay, come on. One more run. One more run. I really want to stretch out this time. Come on. Oh, come on, please. One more slime run. Are you kidding me? Okay, one more. I just want one more slime. And then I'll go back home. And that means I can just do one more day and then I'll end the stream after that. Because a day is about 12 to 14 minutes. Are you kidding me? Okay, last check or else I have to really go because it'll be 11 p.m. Oh, okay, here's the party. Where are you guys hiding? Ready to ambush me? There we are. And then get the other slime. There we are. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, now we go. We run. Okay, and then we just do one more day of that. Yeah. We'll just do one more day of that, and then I'll have to end the stream. Oh, let's keep my frozen deer. Don't sell it. Don't sell it. Just keep it in my box. Or maybe, you know, it'll be safer over here, actually. I shouldn't. Okay. And what else can I sell? I could sell you, you, and you. I almost sold that. Do not sell that. We've established. What if it's 4 pats? If it's 4 pats, then I will have to ask you to please, refresh the browser and wait for a bit. I cannot handle 4 pats. Oh, I can sell you. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I have to logic out the pats, but you know, this is very important stuff. Virtual pats are or real life pats, it doesn't matter. Any pats are very serious things. Okay. And whew. So we can sell our stuff, and then one more Stardew day, and then I'm gonna have to end the stream. Well, 15 minutes. Yeah. I'm gonna have to end the stream. After, I need to sell first. Okay, so all of you. And then I need here. There we go. What if it's -3 pats? If it's -3 pats, then the entire universe crashes. And we'll have to reboot the entire system. Oh yeah, thunder. I don't have a lightning rod though. Boo. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, getting that fresh money. Okay, last day. Oh, it's Alex's birthday though. Well, I mean, if I had to end any day, it has to be on Alex's birthday. Yeah, because it's always raining on Alex's first birthday. It's so sad. I don't know why did they do that. I think that means you give me pats. Nah. Doesn't work like that. I'll owe you pats, but I will not be giving you pats. I can live my life with that. Oh, 8. We're getting there. Okay. And Saturday. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I should have spun the wheel so I can talk more about headcanons. Oh, I'm tired. I just want to let's get this day over with. Oh, I don't want to say that though. It's Alex's birthday. Man, I really like Alex. Um. So, do I have any other headcanons? Just like in general, without the wheel, I guess. Since I've given up on the wheel now, clearly. Any headcanons for characters in general? Maybe I should just make up a quick tier list right now. Well, Alex is number 1. I actually did make a tier list of all the bachelors at one point, but I don't have it memorized. Slime, hi, I didn't see you. There we are. I'm stuck, but that's okay. I don't want to be here. Okay. Oh wow, there's a slime party here. Oh, come on, really? Boo! Destroy this giant rock then. There we go. Okay. Okay, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, tier list. Tier listing the bachelors and bachelorettes. Wow, another staircase. So Alex is first. I might put Sebastian second. I mean, you get a frog with him, so that's always fantastic. Who was after that though? Who did I put? I don't remember. Was it Abby? I mean, I love her post-marriage scene a lot. Gosh, how many characters did I say I like their post-marriage scene? I guess, actually, weirdly enough, like a lot of people who are fans of Alex don't like his 14 Hearts event. Because it's just like you literally give him money just to have a man cave, and people are like really upset about that. But I personally really like it, because all throughout Alex's events, like, he may be popular in high school, but man, is that dude lonely in Stardew Valley. Can you just imagine being lonely in a place where everybody knows you? That's just awful. Maybe that's why I like him so much. You should figure out how to make a command to pat people. Maybe I should. That's like on the back burner right now, but I know you can have like different commands. And then pat people, and then like on a scale of like, oh, I'm imagining it now. I can program it to have like between 1 to 3 pats, or like the legendary 4 pat. And then and then if you get a -3 pat, then you have to reset the entire universe. I should make a command to pet people, you're right. Because I know I've been to a streamer who has a command to hug people, and then like you can rate the hugs out of like 100 and stuff, which is really cool. Man, I should, but it's not a high priority, but I should do that. That sounds like fun. I actually love programming things. Like, I want to get into computer science, because I think it's cool, but I'm not smart enough for computer science. I can try my best, but I'm not smart enough. But I never give up, so maybe one day I'll program a video game. I mean, I have, but like, properly program a video game. Because that is something that highly interests me. Like, I love playing video games, and I love making video games. It's my favorite hobby. Like, I love drawing too, but you can draw if you're making video games, so that's awesome. And I love writing, but you can write when you're making video games, which is also awesome. I just love video games, man. No thoughts, only games. Buddy? If I do make a patting system, I wonder what the scale should be. Maybe like, ooh, there's a slime there. So like, should it go down to -3? -3 pats, or you can only get -3. So -3, and then what? 0, 1, 2, 3, and then a legendary 4, and then have different Actually, I have no idea how bots work, but I assume it can't be that hard. And then you have a different percentage of padding. -3 makes the other person pat you. You got negative. You patted -3 times. By social conventions, you just got patted 3 times by the person. That's smart. That's smart. No, no, no. -3 resets the universe. -2, the other person passed you 2 times. -1 is a slap to the face. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to brainstorm more, but that sounds hilarious. That'll be fun. That shouldn't be too hard to program, too. Right? Because it's just a random number generator. And there we are. Okay, it's 12:20 p.m. And there we go. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Banana Q. Banana MMQ. I should just call you Banana. I don't know why I keep insisting on pronouncing the entire username. But no, I'll keep pronouncing the entire username. What am I saying? I've done it so far. But most people give short nicknames. My friend was trying out Twitch for the first time, like chatting in Twitch. And then, like, one part of her username is Chonky. I'm not gonna tell the other part because I don't want people to find her. But one of her part of her username is Chonky, and she got so offended that the streamer called her Chonky. Which, I mean, part of your username is Chonky. What did you expect? Because she usually gets nicknamed by the other part of her username. But this person just kept calling her Chonky, and she used regret. Which I thought was hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna go check how many slimes have I decimated. Greetings. Yeah, you're not saying wake up because you have a visitor. You're used to me. 556. Yeah. Last time was like halfway there. 46 more. Dang. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Alright, then. Let's keep going. I'm getting a little sleepy. But that's why I'm gonna end the stream in like, oh my gosh, 5 minutes? Okay, after the end of this day, obviously. I'll end the stream, not in 5 minutes. I didn't realize the time flew so fast. So let's keep going until then. 2 slimes. Okay, over there. And there. And here we go. Are there more slimes down here? There is. Don't think you're safe down here. Oh, and then there's slime over there. Okay. Ouch. Oh yes, frozen tear, perfect. That's what I needed. Okay, then over there. And there we go. Okay. Oof, I'm actually recovering my voice. It's crazy. Another slime. Okay. 6 more in-game hours. I don't know how long an in-game hour is actually. Isn't it like a minute or something? I keep forgetting to check. Free stuff. Oh, frozen deer! I stopped counting how many I have right now, but I think I'm like 7 or 8, which is great. Let's check, actually. 9, actually. Whoa, even better. What's better than 7, 8? It's 9. Unless 7, 8, 9. Okay, another one here. I could probably get another frozen tier today, actually. Let's keep an eye on. My voice. Let's keep an eye out. You can tell my voice gave up on me now. Too much laughing and comedy. There we are. Boom. And there we go. Yay, there it is, the last one that I need to make the thorn ring thingy. I just need to bring coal, which I'm pretty sure I have coal back at the base. Or I can just bring these 97 coals. There we go. 10 frozen tears. I can make the thing, so I can figure out what warrior's energy is next stream. Because I have no idea. I can't believe I was optimistic enough to think that I can defeat 1,000 slimes in one stream. I mean, I have optimism, I'll give you that. Okay. Ooh, slime party. Well, a party of 2. I guess not really much of a party. It's more of a little social gathering. Okay. Oof. Okay, not here. Oh wow, freebie stairs. It is a good luck day today, isn't it? Well, it is Alex's birthday, which is always a good luck day in my heart. Oh, I see you, slime. I see you slimes there too. Wow. There's a plethora of slimes down here. There we go. And over here too. Okay. And boop. Alright, we're out of here. Okay, another excursion. This is the quiet part of the stream. You start whispering. Nah, I'm not an ASMR type of person. I don't personally like. I know ASMR depends on the person, and like a lot of people like it, but there's some people who find it like grating. I'm one of the people who find it grating. I cannot handle ASMR. Like, I understand why people like it, but it doesn't work for me. I'm like, personal space, please. So yeah, not for me, but I understand the appeal. Oh, wow. Hello. Ton of you and another frozen tier. I don't need more than 10, but I like money. Oh. Sliding over the rocks here. There we are. Oh, hey, another buddy over here. Hi. Hello. Do you have anybody else behind you? No? Okay. We could probably go for 2 to 3 more dives in the cave. Okay. There we are. Done. Done deal. Okay. Bit more. Hair. Nice. And we get this. There we go. Mm-hmm. Man, I got Undertale on the brain. I know it's completely random and off topic, but I've got Undertale on the brain. Because I love Undertale. I'm thinking about Undertale now. Because I was thinking about games. Then I was thinking about favorite games. And then I was thinking about Undertale, because that's my favorite game. Though Deltarune is catching up fast. because Deltarune is great too. And like, if Deltarune gets like chapter 3 and above out, then you probably do have to pay for it, right? Because the first 2 chapters are already a full game on the first chapter, and then another full. Oh my gosh, a yellow slime! I haven't seen you in these caves before. Hello, you have more sap than usual. You're a sap slime. Sap slime. I don't know why that made me laugh. Yeah. So if there's more, if Deltarune comes out, I'm definitely gonna buy it first day. I'm gonna play first day. Like, I know everybody's gonna be playing it first day, but because I genuinely love the game, I really want to do that. I don't care about algorithms. I really want to play Deltarune right now. It'd be so much fun. Okay, 10 p.m. I could probably go for another excursion down. So one more slime excursion, and then we should be good. Here you are. Is that it? Okay, one more. It's always one more, huh? Okay. No slimes? Okay, one last one. Like, genuine, even if there's no slimes. Last one. Yeah, because I need time to check out, to craft the warriors thing, or else I'll forget. Oh, there is a slime here. That's good. Also, I'm gonna play eventually Amori. One of my favorite streamers, well, not my favorite, one of the streamers that I follow is playing it. And I'm like, oh no, I have to stay away because I don't want to get any spoilers. Which is sad, but that's like, I need to sell things. Whoop, not you. Keep you. But be careful, don't accidentally sell it. You. I don't need sap. Could sell all you. I guess I'll keep the sap. There we go. Okay. And then today's the last in-game day. And then I'm gonna go and eat lunch because I'm hungry. So let's go ahead and do that. Aw, Thunderbolt Lightning. I hope Alex had a happy birthday, even though for some reason his first birthday is always spent indoors because of the gosh darn rain. Seriously, why on Alex's birthday? Is it to foreshadow that he's a sad boy? Okay, it's getting late. I know it's getting late. Do I have enough, sulfurs? Okay, just one. See? I was careful. Okay. Do I have enough bars for this? No, I don't! I'm gonna have to remember to do it tomorrow. But it's a good thing though, right? Because I'll have the bar ready. So now remember, oh yeah, I wanted to craft a certain ring. And I'll remember it for tomorrow. There we go. And there we go. Okay, sleeping time. Beautiful sunny day. Feeling neutral. Okay, and going to sleep. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water and I'll say my goodbyes. Alright. Thank you for everyone for tuning into my stream. That's awesome. I only have an ending soon card, but my ending soon card wouldn't have my character, huh? Whoops, I should have prepared for that. It's alright. So thank you everyone for popping in. Thank you for all the follows I got. Thank you Wooden Karasu for following me. Thank you for talking in the chat. Let me scroll up. Professor Nera, that's awesome. I love your streams. XXX Socks XXX, thank you for talking. Banana MMMQ1. I hope that's everybody. And then thank you all. Thank you all for popping in and stuff. Even the lurkers, all you lurkers, I love you guys too. You guys are great. In any case, I'm gonna leave now. And I hope you guys have the good rest of the day. Tomorrow I might be streaming some Zero Escape, but I'm not 100% sure. It depends on my schedule, but that's the plan. And then the day after that, I'm going to have a collab with my brother on It Takes Two. I already forgot the name, but I'm pretty sure it's Take Two. And then thank you for listening to my dumb stories and headcanons and whatnot. And I'll see you guys another time. Bye.